Let's ride! You boys ready for a great raid?
Hello, and welcome out to this week's episode of the Gamers Council. I'm your host, WEBDAVE, along with my co-host, the one and only Hargeet Chani. Hargeet, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, I was at PAX for one day and checked that out, and I was on a business trip before that, but yeah, we're back. We had some news. We had some fun things.
We did.
We'll get into it.
We did. There's a lot of fun topics. I mean, I had to assemble, and I do mean assemble a panel. I had to assemble somebody with a total TTS, just hardcore, and then somebody that's just a level-headed, knows all about gaming inside and out, and then of course the news master himself of gaming. We have it all here today. We have it all. Starting off with the TTS master, Joey. What is up? We bleed green. The Kraken's in the house. How you doing, buddy?
I think you're confusing me with Sean.
No. You like to talk that shit, is what you like to do on We Bleed Green.
Yeah, we talk a little bit of shit, but yeah, man. Thank you for having me. Hello, everybody.
All right.
Yeah, man. Thank God I was off today.
Me too. So a day off means I put him to work. you gotta love it. You gotta love it. And then of course the one and only, the lovely, that blue number, Holly. Welcome, Holly. How are you today?
Hey, good. Thanks for having me. You got a new intro, and you've got the burnt peanut.
I do. I love the burnt peanut, right?
I love the burnt peanut. And I see you playing Arc Raiders a lot, and I'm like, Dave's playing Arc Raiders. I love Arc Raiders. Why does Dave never invite me to play it? Of course, if you mess up my algorithm, though, I'll cut you.
I don't. That's why right now I'm just a solo guy, just building up my levels, getting to know the game a little bit better. So I'm not,
yeah. Oh my gosh, I love Arc Raiders. I've been having a little bit of a withdrawal from it because there's been a lot of games out. It's been a lot of stuff to play.
Exactly. Well, I downloaded Crimson Desert and I put it to the back burner already for right now because I'm just so arc heavy, as it were. So I mean, like you said, the burnt peanut.
Let's ride! You boys ready for a great raid?
So good. It's
I love
so
it.
good.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yep. It comes up number one on my news feed. I don't know what's stuff with that. Yeah, I watch him a lot. Even got a 24-hour channel now. So I go to sleep to it. That's pretty sad. Yep. So, Tony, the one and only, the Plume Gaming Network. Plume, Tony, how are you doing, sir? Welcome to the party.
Thanks for having me. I'm doing very good. Should be a very fun, exciting show. Lots of news this past week. So we have lots to talk about. So I'm excited to get into it.
There is so much to talk about. And I do want to thank everybody that's here right now. We have over 101 people that have joined us live. A lot of great members of the community. Mick Kumar, awesome. I see Day Reezy is in the chat as well. He wanted me to play that. I know we did. So yeah, guys, we do have TTS back up and running, but I don't know how it's going to work. So if it You know what? It's one of those things where it's a 50-50 chance. So if it interrupts us, we'll try and let it speak its mind and then go. But if it doesn't, if you guys don't hear it, then the Hargeet will put him double duty and make him read them out. We'll ask him to read them out. Hargeet's like, make me like, I'm just kidding. Look at and FARK QUE's in the house.
FARK QUE gifts 5 WebDave memberships.
Thank you, FARK QUE. Hey, FARK QUE. There's another one I haven't played Arc Raiders with me yet, but that's fine. It's fine. It's all right.
FARK QUE and I play Arc Raiders together a lot.
Nice.
But,
nice. Well, that's why you don't
yes.
play with me.
We're both very peaceful players, though. So
me too.
Like
me too. I've only gotten killed once. That's pretty lucky.
Well, you're lucky because that's not my track record. And if you shoot, well, it's the whole thing.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm not an aggressive person. I just like to loot and get the hell out, or as Peanut would say, get the goop. I'll watch him if I want to watch a total massacre. And once in a blue moon, he'll. I've got a whole bunch of sound bites. I'll have to play those for you sometime when we're playing.
Oh, so good.
I dropped one the other day when I was playing, and somebody thought, "Is that the burnt peanut?" And I was like,
"They thought you were playing." Oh, you trolled them. Oh man, I'd shoot you just because you trolled me that much.
Oh, good deal. All right, so let's see if this
see what happens.
Plays. I don't hear it.
No.
So far, nothing.
Yeah.
No, I don't hear
Dave
it.
Easy, $2. Joey, not the stroker, not the stroker.
So, stroker. That's my misstep one night on the show, and Bram Stroker is what I said instead of Stoker, and they won't let me live it down. It's fine. And then, of course, for you, it's not the mama, and they're combining the two together because these are people that like to watch our shows and troll. Anyway, but we do have this one, Joey.
Yeah, that's right. I really love that game.
Yeah, that was another one FARK QUE made for us. Thank you, FARK QUE. All right, let's say we have another super chat. We'll let you read that one.
Yep, we got Razor Ultron, $2. Joey, you on a show with a lady? I hope you wash your ass.
Oh my God!
Wait, hold on. What's happening?
Oh. Now Dirk's the one that was giving everybody. They were giving him a hard time.
I know.
Rough. I feel for you, my dude.
Joey, poor guy. Guilt by association. Is that what it is?
I guess.
Oh, goodness. Oh, wow.
Don't worry. I recently cut my hair and shaved, so I'm really presentable today.
Very nice. I haven't shaved yet. I need to shave. Scruffies. We do have a. Let you read that.
Bram Stroker renews his membership for 14 months.
Thanks, FARK QUE. Thanks, FARK QUE. We know you.
And then Razor Ultron, member for 9 months.
Thank you all so much. So it's just $1 to be a member if you want to join yourself. And of course, you have access to all the cool emojis in the chat. We have Joey emoji. We have the Holly's emoji. Is a Jedi warrior. I love it. And then we have Tony's logo emoji is in there as well too. So burn them up. Have fun. Love you too. Thanks, Bram Stroker. Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Hey, it's Xbox expansion. This is Luke. How are you, dude? $2. Road SGF. Yes.
That's right. Luke, welcome, sir. So good to have great members of the community show up. It's awesome. All right, so let's get this started. We have so many topics we can go through tonight, and there's so much havoc to wreak, as it were. So we are going to start with let's see. Hargeet, there was a game that came out not too long ago. People were real excited about. I'm thinking they're like, "Oh, should be a big game," because they've made up some classic gaming franchises in the past. I mean, we're talking like
it wasn't this one, was it?
No. They didn't make Concord. No. But they helped retire Factions and Spider-Man. And a few other games they helped retire.
I think he got this wrong when he said it was Flopflation. I think what he need to call it was Flop Nation.
Yeah, it's affecting
spicy today.
So we are spicy today, and that's just how we roll. Let's bring this up here. So Hargeet, you want to read the top part, and then we'll go around to our guests and see what their opinions are.
All right. Unfortunately, and Marathon lost 85% of his players in 19 days. Oh, it went away.
Oh, sorry. I hit the wrong button. Too soon. There we go.
Premature button. Okay. Anyway, the sales were so low that it's lost 150 to 200 million dollars. Oh, jeez. It has almost zero chance of breaking even, yet alone earning any profit. Complete disaster. How did this happen?
How did this happen? Well,
not to burst the bubble on this, but this was community noted that these numbers were pulled during a maintenance.
Okay.
During a maintenance phase, so the servers were down.
All right,
Yeah.
Hargeet, you want to help me find let's pull up the most accurate current number.
I've been seeing it kind of stay steady at around that 40 to 50.
35.
That's what I usually see. So I don't know if it's
Right now. I'm actually looking at it right now. It's 35,000.
All right, Hargeet can share.
Wasn't there a report they sold like 1.2 million copies or something? It was from Alinea Analytics. That was their estimate, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true because they are not always accurate, but
That's not enough to pay back what they spent on it yet.
Yeah.
But
No, not at all.
Yeah, and I don't know where how they got to the numbers of production costs. I don't know what that would actually be. So, did you want to actually show the numbers?
Yep. If you there you go. Okay. I see it now.
I can do that.
Oh yeah, go right ahead.
Share screen, Marathon. Hopefully it'll share. I don't need audio. You guys see that?
Let me add the stage. Boom.
There you go.
There we go.
Yep.
All right. It won't let me change these things. I don't know what's going on, but that's kind of where it is. So today it's here.
Yeah. So
I don't know why I can't
can you
something bigger. But
can you pull up our graders today too?
Oh geez. Do we really have to go with that?
Yeah.
Well, it's just a good comparison.
It has 109. Yeah, there it is.
And it's 6 months old too.
Yeah.
that's a very good point. Can you pull up Concord? Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I was thinking the Concord.
Concord.
is it still in there? Oh yeah.
Is that yeah.
That's so crazy.
Max
All-time
players
peak
607. Apparently 697. Oh, wow, look at
What
that.
was the last game that released? The one that Jeff Keighley was all pushing and everything. And then
High
Yeah, was
guard.
High Guard, was that the
High
name?
Guard, yeah.
Didn't they get like 100K though on High Guard at one point?
At one point.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
we started at 100.
Actually, it didn't. 97 apparently. There's 8 people playing it.
Even though it's kind of dead. But yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's offline, isn't it? So
Somebody's
We're
in.
still playing somebody's doing a tutorial. I guess is not having noticed that the game is unplayable. I don't know.
they're just in the queue waiting.
Yeah, exactly. Gosh,
I mean, to be fair though, if I look at like COD, right, and maybe Call of Duty doesn't do as well, and
No, they
on
don't.
PC, but you know,
I mean,
it's
41
that
is not-
same range, right? So it's not like I don't know, whatever. I don't know.
But
yeah,
it's,
but like it's also Steam numbers aren't everything, right? Like especially COD, it's a big
True.
console game. It's a
Correct.
huge on console.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I don't know about Marathon what the numbers would be. But I think
Well,
most sales
wasn't
on
there
PC
some-
we did see.
Yeah, there was some rumor that was 70% PC or something like that, right?
Yeah, something like that.
I think it was like 300,000 of those units were Xbox, but the majority was PC. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, well,
I think the
anyway.
last time I checked, that was on last Monday. It was position number 46 on Xbox of most paid game. I mean, it was like
Wow.
really down there.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't know what 46 actually is when it comes to numbers. So I can't tell. What I think is Marathon is it's consistent at least. It's been around 35, 40, sometimes it reaches 50 some days and it goes back. It hasn't gone like critical points to the single thousands, not yet.
Mhm.
I don't know how long does the legs of this game last. It depends on their first season or second season or whatever it is. But if they don't do something quick, I think this game's gonna eventually just die out by itself, and everybody's gonna go back to what everybody plays. It's just the regular Fortnites and Arc Raiders now, and everything else. So I don't know. I don't know what the state of Bungie, but to be honest, and more with Sony. And Sony has been unpredictable lately. They've been doing stuff that everybody's like, "Yo, what?" so I don't know what's the future of Bungie's gonna be. So
Yeah,
It's definitely scary.
I feel like
quickly-
Sony would give
sorry, go ahead.
Bungie more time just because it's Bungie and it's Marathon.
Yeah.
They'll keep
They
investing
spent a lot
in
of
it.
money.
They
I
spent
mean, you
time,
spend what,
yeah.
$4 billion on them?
Yeah, so that
It all-
Something like that, yeah.
It all
Go ahead.
depends on the end game content that they have.
Yeah.
I think the game isn't terrible, but like even you see all the time, like people complain about even Arc Raiders not having enough end game content coming out consistently, which is why you're starting to see a few dips now, but they're going to have a new map come out next month. They've added a couple new arcs, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, those games live and die by how much content they bring out and how quickly they do. So if they don't have a ridiculously solid roadmap, for the next 6 months to a year, I think next year it'll be a different story on what's going on there.
Yep.
what would happen to Bungie too if they shut that game down? Because like that's the whole reason why they purchased them was basically for this and Destiny, but Destiny's dead.
So
I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's true also that, because I've been hearing like sometimes you look at YouTube Shorts and you find other YouTubers talking about Marathon and other games, and I've seen a lot of like main big YouTubers at least saying that Marathon is not even like a good streaming friendly game. People just don't like to watch it for some reason. Like when you look at it, it's people sometimes doesn't understand what's going on. Maybe it's the colors. I don't know what it is. And so they've seen that every time they stream Marathon, they see their numbers go down, and then they change to another game, and then the numbers goes up. And so they don't know if it's just because people don't like what they look at. What because I've seen it. I haven't bought it. I haven't played it. I'm not criticizing the game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. But just by looking at it, I'm like, that's a lot of colors. And I don't know. By the look of it, I don't like it. But maybe a lot of people are the same thing. I don't know. But
it's very colorful.
Yeah, it's colorful. It's very colorful. A lot
Like
of reds and yeah. I don't know.
I agree. So, Hargeet, let you read the super chat.
Yep, Legendary Xbot, $5. I posted a video on Marathon today on Twitter X, and it was even in the top 100 most played on Steam.
Okay.
Wasn't even? Is that what he said? Or
I don't know. It just said was even, and it was even in the top 100 most played. So I'm guessing maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
I mean, top 100 is still not. Top 10 would be better where you want to be, probably.
Adds up the same thing that one of you mentioned, right? That Arc Raiders, maybe was Holly. You were saying that Arc Raiders had slowed down a bit, right? That's mainly because they haven't released any major new content. I'm guessing more people will come back when they drop a new map next month.
I think so.
It's funny who said the same. Yeah. It'll have a research. Plus, like what you've also seen is like the big guys. Not to get too deep into this because it is a study and like I should make a video on it. But like in reality, what you have is like you have these big streamers like the Burnt Peanut, right, who became like the biggest in the world, right? Playing this game, and so that also drives a lot of attention because he was so big, he was having other streamers, come into his orbit, right? And then so they play the game too. So it creates a lot of exposure. And a lot of them have moved on. Not a lot, but Peanut moved on. So then it forced the other ones to kind of do their own thing or go do whatever other new game he's doing because he was getting griefed so bad all the time. He was getting stream sniped every single game nonstop, not a game without it. And so there was some friction with Embark about their cheating policies and their lack of banning people and banning IPs instead of just banning Steam accounts, because all you do when you ban a Steam account, guess what happens, right? Like 12 seconds later, they have a new account. So,
Imagine that.
so he stopped playing because of endgame content and a lot of that stuff. And so I do think that kind of also does impact the amount of game retention that you have when you do have big guys like that move on, which I think you could also say is a little factor of why Call of Duty is different this year. I mean, Call of Duty has many reasons why this year is just not doing, doing the same numbers, but that is one thing. They just brought out a whole brand new thing in Warzone. Nobody knows about it. Nobody's paid attention to it. Nobody, you don't hear it from anybody. I bet none of you even knew Warzone had a whole new revamp and there was a whole new thing that came out because nobody's talking about it. Nobody cares. Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. The gaming industry is definitely doing some weird things.
In flux.
And that ties in probably to something else we're going to talk about in a little bit too with Epic and Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yep.
WebDave gifts 5 WebDave memberships.
I did. Yay.
You got to go shake that guy's hand and tell him thank you.
Well, and one of the guys who got it was one of the guy we just read the super chat from. So there we go. So the legendary Xbot. So there you go. Enjoy. You're welcome, sir. You're most welcome. So it's and it's just random who it drops it to. But we do appreciate everybody that's joining us. And we have 190 people live with us right now on X and on YouTube. So thank you and welcome. And we have got a lot of topics to get into. Hargeet, I'm gonna let you start with this one, and then we'll go around the panel and see what their thoughts are, because this could mean a lot of different things. This is by the way of Idle Sloth.
All right, so rumor: new Xbox Game Pass tier, codenamed Triton, that may only include first-party games via Windows Central.
And we'll go to this article.
So Xbox Game Pass tier, Triton shows up with only first-party games, sparking questions about whether Microsoft is preparing a major shakeup to its subscription model. Do you want to actually start reading through the actual article, or?
No, you'll read just a little bit of it.
Okay.
God, I need ad block on this thing.
Thanks to whoever that is over on X, we may have an early look at a possible new Game Pass tier. That person regularly digs into Game Pass updates, sharing new additions, updates to stream your own game, and even behind the scenes updates. They do this by checking data from Microsoft's public-facing backend, which can sometimes reveal changes before they appear to the public. What is Triton? What does it include? Let's move down a bit and we can see. Triton is potentially a new Game Pass program. However, unlike Essential, Premium, and Ultimate, it only includes games from Xbox Studios for now. And anything else? Microsoft plans to expand Game Pass, merge PC Game Pass with that's all other stuff that we've already seen. Anyways, the games they have listed, if you go down that list, and maybe that people could just kind of read through it, are all older games, right? So if you look at that list, there's a couple more. I think if you go up a little bit, there's like one or two more. Yeah, Doom Eternal onwards. So this is all old stuff that they're trying to put in, and one of the things I could think of is maybe they're looking to get something that's ultra cheap, right? And that might be part of it. So it could also, and it's listed here, and this is what my thought was, what if this is the way they put something into Netflix, and they say there's going to be a very low end tier that's a few bucks, whatever it is, maybe $4 or $5, but they can get a good deal with Netflix to kind of bundle it into one of their tiers of Netflix. And it gives you a taste of what games are available. So it'll all be cloud, my assumption to be all cloud. And then you would be able to just play some of these games via, a controller or some other interface. I'm not sure what they're planning to do there, but somehow bundle it into Netflix and give a taste to Netflix customers of some Xbox games, right? Yeah, and you have a good, range of different types of experiences, and see if that's of interest to people. And say, hey, if you want to upgrade, you can, and you could potentially allow that upgrade through Netflix. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Netflix exists on a certain other console. I'm just saying, and I'll just leave it there.
It does. It does. What other console would that be? That console. Yeah. We'll go back to this. So let's start at the top. Joey, your thoughts on another tier of Game Pass and it being basically just their first party stuff. What do you think that could mean? And is there some potential there?
Well, I just want them to fix the naming convention and drop the prices. That's what I want, basically.
Yep.
It's like I don't need certain things. I don't need the cloud gaming, to be honest. I don't need the Fortnite stuff. Basically, I use it for day and date. And lately, I'm not even playing that much to have even Game Pass, but I still have it until next year, I think.
Mhm.
I think they need to fix their naming conventions. Because I remember a few months ago, I was having this conversation with a coworker, and he was like, "What's the difference between premium and ultimate?" I'm like, "Well, the ultimate does this, and that, and premium does this, and then." They go, then why you call it premium if premium is supposed to be the premium edition? I'm like, "Yeah, but that's the name ultimate." He's like, "But why you call it premium?" So we had this discussion like for 15 minutes what the word premium actually meant, and I'm like, okay. So I think they should change their naming conventions a little bit. Go back to maybe to Xbox Live naming conventions to bronze, silver, gold. I think that's simple enough in my opinion. They go to Game Pass Gold, Game Pass Silver, something like that. And when it comes to Netflix and Game Pass, the whole rumor, I think it's just I think people who has Netflix are going to be able to play Xbox games inside the Netflix app via the cloud. I don't think it's going to be like, oh, we have Game Pass and now we have a free subscription to Netflix. I don't think it's that. I think you're going to see the Xbox games on the Netflix dashboard. You click on it and boom, you go straight to xCloud and you're going to play it. I think that's a lot of exposure. There's a lot of people play on Netflix. I don't know how much they play on that platform or that service, but at least there's a lot of exposure when it comes to people. And Hargeet is right. Like, it's kind of a Trojan horse. Netflix is in basically every device on the planet, and it's going to be inside. It's going to be inside PlayStation, and that could be very, very interesting to see that, if that's what they're trying to do. And having another tier with only first-party games, what would you price that?
Yeah.
What would you price that tier? Like, I don't even know how much would that be worth. I think the best one right now is the Ultimate. It's a little bit expensive for a lot of people, $30. I think, I don't know. I think they have to fix whatever they need to fix, but adding another tier, I don't know if is that a good idea or not. I don't even know what you could price that. So I'm in the wait and see in this moment because I really don't know if this is a good idea, bad idea. I think the only good course you can have right now is drop the price, because a lot of people are like, dude, we just had Netflix raise the price like 2 days ago.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like, it's ridiculous now. Like, they might as well go back to the pay your cable box and have all the channels again at this point. And it's just getting ridiculous. Like, if you add everything up, you have 24 here, 20 here, 18 here, 11 here. And when you look at it, you're like, God damn, I'm paying already $75 to $80 just in services. It's ridiculous. So I think the best course is just drop the price and fix that thing. But let's see what happens. I really don't have an answer for this.
I got
To
you.
your point, we did have other rumors about that specifically, right? So there's some potential that they are looking to lower the Game Pass prices. I don't know if WebDave, you had anything lined up on that.
I don't.
Okay, but yeah, so there's been some rumors and some speculation from other interviews of people, right, that there are things on the table that they're looking at, right? Netflix bundling is one of those, but also potentially changing some of the tiers of Game Pass outside of just this to allow for a decrease in the Game Pass price, or adding more value to it, right? So there's a potential for both of those, right? Just kind of wanted to add that context to what you were mentioning, Joey. And I agree with you. I think that's what they should do, is look at ways to make it cheaper, but keep some of the features we like.
Or make a custom one. Like, we have these tiers. You can pay for those that are pre-existing, but you can create a custom one. Like, each thing that you choose is $5, and then when you add it all up, that's your monthly payment, right? I will choose day and date. I'll choose like this and that. I won't choose the Fortnite thing. I won't choose maybe the cloud because I don't have access to cloud here in Panama. So whatever. I think that'll be a better one. Like, give me a custom one. I can choose the services that I want for the service, and whatever the fee is, I'll pay for that. And that's in my opinion, though.
Yeah. All right. Next, shall we start with Holly?
Holly, that blue number. Your thoughts on the Game Pass possible new addition and the overall possibility of price dropping? restructuring?
Well, I think I saw that Asha said that, well, the rumor is that Asha said that she would like to find more reasons for either it to be either A, affordable or make it more enticing, right?
Mhm.
One or the other, whichever way you're going to go. I was one of those people who was like, this sucks because I don't care about Fortnite at all, at all, at all, at all, at all. I don't care. And then most of the Ubisoft games in Classic, I've either played or I can buy for $3 on Steam. So it was not a good price increase for me.
Mhm.
Now, if they put a tier of Netflix in there, that would be great. I would be very happy with that because I canceled Netflix a few months ago because F those guys and their prices, and their stuff isn't even very good anymore. Like, I think it's bogus. Like, most of the crap on there is not good anymore. It's very rare. And then anything that is good, they cancel it within like immediately after the first season comes out and people don't watch it in the first like 5 days. They're like, never mind. It sucks when it like, you know, we're all adults, right? It takes a while for us to sometimes, you know, have the time to sit down and watch through some of the stuff that you like. But I just said to myself, there's nothing on there that interests me enough, and if I cancel it, do I care? And I canceled it and I don't care. It's not really missing anything. So, but if there was a tier that had, you know, like one of those mid-tier ones with the ads or something like that, I doubt we'd get lucky enough to get the free, like the full ad-free tier, right? But if there was one in between there that they put in there, then that would be fantastic. I feel like that would be really good. Plus, I don't know. They have to do something, but the problem is they're not good at picking a lane and staying in it. And that's kind of all over the place too, right? They're very, very commonly starting something and then changing it a year later, starting something and it changing 6 months later, or then making another change now, or making another change now. And it's too hard to keep up with what's going on, right? Like, at least PlayStation, when they started their thing, it's not as good as Xbox's at all, but it's consistent, right?
Mhm.
Like, they haven't changed anything. It's the fee is the fee. This is like, I feel like they kind of started that with the worst option, and then they've kind of just added stuff here and there, or added more games to those tiers, and it was a pleasant surprise versus, you know, how Xbox has kind of been all over the place, right? They've had this, and then they've had like added some stuff, but then they change the price, and then they rename it, and then PC's there, and then PC's not. So whatever they do, they just need to truly think it through, figure it out, and set it and forget it. Like, it needs to just be more consistent. And that's across the board with Xbox, but that's my biggest complaint about it.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's definitely, you know, I don't know, the pricing. You know, I love the $14.99 myself, but it's not there anymore. It's you know, $19.99. Okay, that was cool.
Okay, but right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's like it's $30 now. But is it? Did they throw enough value in it to get it to that price? What can they do?
For certain people, they did, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is that you can't do that for everybody and just expect everybody to be happy. If they'd added an add-on to your Game Pass for those things at a, you know, overall discount, then I think that would have been a different thing. But we're not there.
Yeah. Or Game Pass Ultimate, and then have like several different $5 more even add-ons.
They should have an add-on for Call of Duty. Like,
Yes.
you own Call of Duty. Like, you should have an add-on for Call of Duty. Why is that not a thing? I don't get it. And then you could have like a little like monthly allowance for a skin bundle or whatever it is that you want to spend, COD points, whatever it is that you want to spend it on. But
That sounds like a good idea. I like that. I do. Plume, Tony, what is your opinion about this Game Pass thing. I know you've been doing a lot of stories and articles on it. So what have you found out about it, and what are your thoughts on it?
I mean, I agree with a lot of stuff that was said here. I think you have to look at this based off of their other code names and the database that have been scraped and stuff. It could just potentially be like a lower tier, cheaper than all the other ones. Maybe it'll just be a cloud tier or something like that. One thing we are seeing is everything is going up in price, and they're going to be trying, like all these companies are going to have to try to find ways to reach customers now at like a far lower barrier of entry, right? With all the console pricing that's been going up. We're obviously going to talk about the PS5 later. So maybe it's something like that. I don't really know. The games that they've listed in this are games that are already in like the core Game Pass or the lowest tier, whatever it's called. So I think it's probably just like a low entry access with cloud, and I guess you can play it as well if you have your console or PC or whatever. The whole Netflix thing is very interesting to me because I feel like it benefits both companies if they can come to a deal, because you have Netflix has been trying to get into gaming, right? And I don't know how successful they've been. This may help them reach more gamers, reach more people that play games by adding some Game Pass offers. And then Xbox Game Pass is trying to reach more of a casual gaming crowd, and you can probably find some of those customers in Netflix. So they're probably working on something like that in terms of their deals. And we even saw, like when Fallout, the TV show, came out, right? There was a huge boom in people downloading and playing Fallout 4. So there's a direct connection, I think, between both like TV, movies, and then games, and they could work out a cool deal for there. I will say the choice thing would be very cool. I've always thought about this, if they give us like an a la carte options for Game Pass where you just kind of choose what you want. But at the same time, the marketing for Xbox is already confusing. People are already confused at everything that's offered. If Xbox starts offering like 1,000 different options, I don't know how that would play out like in reality for like customers. They'll probably just get more confused. And if they keep changing like the tiers and everything, it'll just end up, they have, like, I agree with Holly, like they have to pick a lane, stay in it, and just like be confident that that's what they're going to do. It'd be great if they lowered the prices of Game Pass. But one of the most recent, like their recent financial reports, it didn't seem like raising Game Pass prices hurt them. It seemed like it was actually one of the only things that was still keeping them not being completely negative, right? With the whole hardware down 30%, but their services and revenues were still in the green. I think it was like maybe 2% or something. It wasn't very much, but it seems like a lot of people just downgraded to premium, and then if people left Game Pass, it was offset by the ones that stayed subscribed to Ultimate. So I feel like before they make any pricing changes, they're just going to look at the Excel spreadsheet and see, like, are we losing money off this? Are we really losing customers, or are we actually doing better now? Because there's still a lot of people still paying $30. And if that's the case, I doubt they're going to reduce the prices, but they may add lower tiers of entry for people to get in. That's kind of what that sounds like to me, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We are hearing that Asha is like potentially going to make changes. Those are what I'm reading online, at least.
Yeah, she's definitely got her hands in the pot already. I've seen a lot of changes, and people are like, all the stuff's already set in stone, and blah, blah, and you will see anything of her consequence for a while to come. I don't really think that's the case. I think she's immediately doing some things. I mean, granted, there's a lot of stuff that's already in the works, in the pipes, can't be changed, that are already on schedule and on slide to happen, as it were, with the 25th anniversary and those kind of events. But I think that there is some things that she can actually tweak and maintain, and she was brought in now instead of waiting for Phil's expected retirement at the end of the year, or maybe after the anniversary thing. They put her in place now for a reason. It's time for a change. It's time to take back the narrative. It's time to get a hold of the reins and ride this puppy home, as it were. Hargeet, your thoughts on Game Pass, this Triton possibility? I'm sure, hopefully not going to call it that, but what are your thoughts on it, and what other potentials could this have?
Yeah, I mean, I've already kind of spoken about it. I think it's a cool idea if you're going to do something where you bundle it with Game Pass. I don't know how applicable it is for anybody else. Because look, if you're on the console, you already have Game Pass, very likely, because you're playing online, or you want one of the tiers. I don't know how many people there are on console that don't have a tier of Game Pass already. So would they bump this down? I think some of these games are online, so you would likely still maintain online access. So from that perspective, it could be a cheaper way to get that. But again, I don't know what the particulars are going to be, right? So we'll see what they do with it. But it definitely sounds cool if it's just to bundle it in with Netflix and try to get people enticed. It also could be cool if it's a lowering of the price for people to get online access, or better yet, they get rid of online access as a paywall and totally go a different direction. And that would be another interesting thing to do. And then basically this would become the replacement for, what is it? It's core or essential? I think it's core, right? The lowest tier that we have today.
It used to be core, but didn't have essentials. Yes.
Yeah, essential, whatever the lowest tier is, right? They can kind of just change it to that. But either way, yeah, that's kind of just really where my head's at, because I a lot of these games are older, so a lot of them have probably been played, but there are always new players, there are always new people coming in. We also don't know if this is specific to console, cloud, or PC. I don't know what the mix is there, right? So we'll have to see what they do with that. But yeah, it's just another way to look at it. I guess we'll see what they do. I'm more interested in seeing what they do to try to make Game Pass more enticing, right? Is there going to be a potential revamping of the price structure for Game Pass? Because they really went kind of really high immediately, right? So last year, so I think it might be something to look at to say, how do we change that perspective? In a time when we have increases all the time, is there a potential to go down? Especially when there are rumors of some other things happening on the other side, which we'll get into in another topic. But
oh yeah, very soon, very very soon. Yeah, I'll have to agree with you, Hargeet, and welcome out everybody that's joining us right now. We have over 255 people in the chat watching us live, either on YouTube or on X. Welcome, everyone. And I just noticed that Why So Serious is in.
Why so serious?
Well, we're having some serious news topics, but we're going to have fun with it, too. Exactly. All right, so one thing I wanted to ask everybody's opinion on this. You can go ahead and read that super chat. We got a
$2 super chat from Gotcha. Hargeet the Goat.
Hargeet the Goat. Man, that's a bad super chat. But I'm just kidding. All righty. So yeah, no. That
was a good one, Dave. I laughed.
Thanks. I worked on it for years. But yeah, so but Hargeet is the GOAT. That's one of the reasons why he's here. And he's a staple of the show. And there you go. So, all right. So I've heard also, and this is from a speculation from somebody that's I wouldn't say in the know, I would say, but somebody that's has talked to a lot of people that are in the know, and they're thinking, and this is all rumor and speculation, I'm stating that right now, is that one of the possibilities of this quote unquote new tier is to get access to other platforms with the intention of, say for example, Sony wouldn't want to have the Game Pass app on their store because they have a lot of the games that are on Game Pass that are on there they're trying to sell. So why would they want that on there, right? Well, what if it was games that were available, mainly first party games, that weren't available on PlayStation or any other quote unquote platform, and that was the only thing that was available on this tier? What if it was just a kind of like a gateway drug? Kind of give them a little taste, give them a little something. Hey, you can download this app on your PlayStation and have access to stuff. And what's Paris got to say? Welcome, Paris.
Sorry, Xbox. The PS5 price increase is your fault for subscribing to Broke Pass and not buying your games on greatness.
It is. Well, Paris, stick around in the chat because I've got one of your tweets coming up next. Oh, it's a fun one too. All right. Yeah. Oh, what? Thank you. Appreciate that. Great show, man. You're awesome. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. So Hargy, we'll go back up the chain. So your thoughts on a possibility that they could be making a version of Game Pass that's PlayStation friendly? Is that crazy, or is that, who knows?
I mean, they're technically all PlayStation friendly because all you need is a browser, right? So the point would be like if the Netflix app allows it as a Trojan horse, right? And look, Sony's petty, right? So PlayStation might say, no, we won't allow that. The question is, would that take away the ability for Netflix app on PlayStation, and would they want that? I don't know, right? And this is kind of an interesting. So right now, the Netflix app, like they actually have games, right? They actually have their own Netflix games. I don't know what the status is. Can you play those games on the Netflix app? Because I don't have a PlayStation. So does anybody who has a PlayStation in the chat, in the panel, can you play those games?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can pull it on my computer and play them. That's for sure.
That's like that's
Do it on my
but-
phone too.
I don't know.
But yeah, does the PlayStation block that? Because if it doesn't, I don't know. Maybe that is what they're looking at, because again, that's if you envelop the Game Pass process within Netflix and it's in the Netflix app, what do they do with that, right?
For some reason,
literally just puts it everywhere Netflix is, right?
I thought Netflix the games were only mobile. Like I thought you could only get they're mostly like mobile games on your phone.
Maybe it
so I
is.
don't even-
Maybe that's the only place, right? And in that case,
Yeah.
then it stays within that realm, right? We have to see what happens with that, right? So if there is a potential, then that will be the thing, right? And again, I don't know because I don't have a PlayStation. So I don't know if you can do that. So there's this one. The games are not on the Netflix app specifically. So if that's the
Yeah,
case, then
that's true.
So,
On your
yeah,
phone,
it
it
seems
brings
like
you to
it's
the
only
Play
on the
Store.
phone.
Yeah,
Only on the phone apparently.
it brings you to like the Play Store, I think,
yeah.
on your phone when you click the game. I think.
Yeah.
And by the way, that doesn't mean that's how it stays. There is always a potential that the partnership between the two says, let's change that. So, but hey, we shall see. That is a potential Trojan horse. But if that's not the case today, at least you can maybe speculate that it may not be the case in the future. But it could bring up that kind of potential in the future, right? If they say, hey, let's create this mutual, capability and see if it's of value to both of us, and put it everywhere. See what we get, right?
And Hargeet, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Microsoft own a really big mobile division called King?
Yeah, they do.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is a possibility that they could also partner there. However, look, I think Netflix is trying to do their own gaming thing as well. Again, it doesn't hurt to try a partnership, like this, where one has a recognized name in gaming, the other has a recognized name in streaming, and maybe that does have some value in a mutual relationship, right? So, but we'll see. Okay, Mocha Smiley, $2 Game Pass Game Show channel on Netflix Gateway. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
Interesting. Anybody else? Joey, Holly, any of you guys jump in if any thoughts on? Is it crazy talk to think that PlayStation could do this? Go ahead, Joey.
I will 100% hate it.
Okay. You would hate it
Because you're
if they had
giving
that.
now you're having WBG Joey. Now you're having him. You're giving another reason not to buy an Xbox. If you're giving a specialized Game Pass version for PlayStation to play only first-party Xbox game on the PlayStation under a subscription, that means you're giving a piece of the pie of the money. That means there's another reason not to buy an Xbox, and I 100% hate that. I say fuck PlayStation. How many times PlayStation said fuck Xbox? Like enough is enough. Like, I'm serious.
They're in too deep
like, enough
already.
is enough. Stop playing nice with these guys. They are not playing nice with you. They're never going to play nice with you. I know it's too late. This is just a console war inside me, but it's like enough.
I mean, to your point,
Like,
Joey, I don't know.
You're giving them all the games already. You're giving them all the games already. Well, what else do you want them to give? Like, how about PlayStation reciprocate a little bit and give you something back, Xbox, huh? If you're listening, Xbox,
We did
listen.
get Helldivers.
At least
I
they're
guess-
selling their games at full price on PlayStation now. So putting Game Pass in there I guess it could take some of that away. But
Maybe.
Yeah, but what is that? What is
Yeah.
that doing for the brand? Like, just imagine Game Pass on PlayStation. What would the holy thing? The thing that PlayStation knows that it's a holy thing for the Xbox, for the Xbox fans, that this fantastic service, this unicorn of a service that is on Xbox only, it's on PlayStation. If we're talking about brand damaging, what will this even do?
Yeah.
So
I can
no,
see that.
I say no, don't do it. It's ridiculous. It is stupid,
I
it's
love that
retarded.
perspective.
Sorry.
Like, right? It's a
No.
fan perspective of like, no, I don't want to. I'd actually be curious to see how many people on PlayStation would actually sign up for Game Pass.
Oh, they will.
Well, that's
They
the
will.
thing.
Totally
That's the thing.
destroying the narrative.
That's the paradoxical thing about this. Like, business wise, if I'm a business owner, of course, do it. It's more money
Yeah.
because it's all about money. These pieces of shit can't live with an annual salary of $2-3 million. That's not enough money for these POSs. So they need more and more and more. It's like, dude, what are you doing to the brand though?
I feel
Yeah.
like
Like,
it's
the only
2 or
thing
3
that
million.
Xbox has right now is basically Game Pass, and you're giving that too away. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry.
When I say it's happening, but it's just a what
Hey,
if?
it's an interesting perspective, though, right? And it's good feedback back to Xbox to say, no, here's yet another way you're going to tell your fans to F off, right? Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Hargy, you want to read that from Amit?
Sure. Amit says PS will never allow Game Pass or a third-party
that's
storefront on their system. On their own, I tend to agree. If it was, however, pushed by regulators, that would be a different story, right? We don't know if that doesn't happen over the next, say, 5 years or so.
Maybe the cloud side gets pushed on, but
Yeah.
like PlayStation would do everything in their power to make sure that nobody's not subscribing and buying through PSN
Yeah, but
for every purchase.
But Tony, what about all those hardcore pony fanboy sites that were saying, Sony's thinking about having Steam on theirs now. Their new PlayStation 6 is going to allow Steam. That's a third-party store. Why would they do that? Because they're worried about Microsoft doing it and making the all-in-one box, and you don't need a PlayStation anymore. So I'm just saying. But you know what I'm talking. You know,
And I guess
you've heard
Steam
that, right?
Machine too, right? I
You've heard the
just to be
fanboys say
fair,
that.
Steam Machine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Steam Machine, exactly. Yeah. We're just throwing things out there. Just see what sticks on the wall. Holly, do you have any comments about this, or should I move on?
No, I think we could keep on rolling.
This is a dead horse, Dave. Quit riding it. All right, so we'll pull that back. All right, so Paris was in a chat earlier. He was, and this will kind of tie into our next topic, but we have to start it this way because it's kind of fun. Yeah. So Paris put this post, and there's some of the comments here. Hargy, we're gonna go into this, but so Paris put a post up, and I'm gonna let you read what it says.
All right. So we got go get that PS5 Pro before it's too late. $900 is crazy.
Huh.
That's
Well,
before the disk drive.
Exactly.
So like a disk drive.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
Or the stand pictured here, right?
Oh yeah, or the stand. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
that's a deceiving picture right there. The stand.
it is.
Woof.
What's crazy that I would not recommend to put that PlayStation standing up. After me watching a lot of tech videos of the liquid metal dripping off,
Yep.
Paris, lay that thing down because you're gonna have a paperweight soon. Lay it down.
Well, Hargy, what do you see down here at the bottom? What is that? Is it?
Oh,
comment
somebody named
from-
WebDave said something. What happened? Oh,
I
here we go.
did. Let's see what my comment was. Oh, there we go. Read my comment.
man.
Save your money for a next gen Xbox, then play PlayStation games on the better, more powerful play all your games console. Steam, Epic Game Store, GOG, and soon PlayStation PC game. Wow. There, fixed it for you.
But I mean, we've heard rumors that it's coming, and why not be able to put it on the new box, whether they like it or not? I mean, so that of course put off a shitstorm of comments.
Yeah.
It did.
There's-
Oh my god.
Paris' response.
Just a PC mon. Okay, we'll skip that one. What do I
No, I'll read it. So Paris' reply was, "It's just the PC mon, RDNA 5 mon, the tools man, the tools." Oh, I don't do as good an imitation as Dirt Riggedy does, but yeah, we know.
Careful, you might get kicked off,
Oh, not me.
Oh,
He does have access.
I
and he can do
forgot. We could get kicked off.
that. Sorry, you don't dig me. I'm just kidding.
And then
Couple
shout
more.
out to Lemon. I was hanging out with him yesterday. At PAX. But yeah, 108 Dragons TV, $1,300. I'm ready.
Yeah.
And Judge Ray, TTS Dave, LOL.
there's
And
a
then
couple
I don't know who
nice
that is,
ones.
but it's probably not going to have Steam on it. Probably the Epic Game Store. Well, where did that come from? Anyways, PlayStation PC app. Yeah.
Read this one.
F that Xbox. That shit probably not going to play all the original Xbox games either. Oh, okay.
All right. Here
Dude,
we go.
Xbox is an effing waste of money. Just buy a PC if you're going to upgrade. Okay. I'm in
Oh, man.
agreements with WebDave.
man.
Spotted the PC.
Retard. Yeah,
Okay.
thanks. Thanks a lot. Oh,
Jeez.
It's Xbox's fault the PS5 went up in price though.
that's what I hear. I hear it is all all
My
their
God.
fault. Yeah. So with the fun out of the way, let's roll on over to this. There's a nice easy digestible post here, Hargeet, and yes, we are going to get into it. From Wario64, and it kind of hit everybody like a ton of bricks. Of course, it dropped on a Friday, a nice Friday morning early. Gave all the channels a bunch of fodder to start talking about. I know Plume had to go back in and make another video himself. He's ready to go, and I did a show earlier, which was awesome as well, by the way.
I love it.
Yeah. So we'll let Hargeet, let's read those prices and then get your thoughts on this, and then we're going to round the horn and get everybody's thoughts.
Sure. And if you actually have the whole article, this is worldwide. It's global. They're going to be, because of macroeconomic whatever baloney. It's all AI memory driven whatever. They had stock. That stock's lapsed. Now they have to give you a price increase. So the prices are going up everywhere. And the base model of a PS5 now is $600, which started out at $400. So it went up 50% over 5 years, 5.5 years. Pretty crazy. So yeah, the PS5 with the disc drive is now $650. And then the big one, the PS5 Pro, which launched at $700, which we thought was a ludicrous price, jumped to $750, and then now it's $900. $900 for a base PS5 Pro. Yikes! The portal is going up from $200 to $250. But man, like the prices are going up, and every region's getting it. So everybody gets to pay more. Yay!
Yeah. The funny thing I thought was I saw all these Reforge and MBG and all these other sites, Sigs and Serial. Shout out to Sigs for doing some really good in-depth stuff where I don't have to watch their channels. I can just watch his coverage. And they were all just like, and Marlon too. Well, you better hurry up and go get your system now before it's too late, before this price increase. Go now. You need to go now. Spend this money now. Spend it now. I'm like, whoa, back the fuck off. What you need to do is save your money for a better system instead of spending your money on that garbage. Just saying. Look, PlayStation. I've got a PlayStation 5. It's fine. PlayStation Pro, that is a scam. Total, absolutely waste of money. They had this big update for 2 point whatever, and then now they're already talking about the next update coming. Yeah, so who knows? I just don't see that it's worth it, especially when you don't get so much more out of it, as it were. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I also have the PlayStation, or excuse me, the Xbox S. In this room here, and it plays just fine, and it was very affordable. In fact, you can get those right now new for I think $350. So yeah, so that's a fair price for that, considering what it does. It plays all the next gen games, but who am I to talk? And definitely a lot cheaper than $900. All right, wow, where do we want to start with this? Let's start at the top. Joey, let's get your opinion on this. What do you think about these price hikes? Are you ready to go out and buy another PlayStation?
I haven't bought one and never bought one in my entire career of gaming.
What? Oh my gosh.
I've never bought a PlayStation, so I've never needed one. So I've been happy. So what makes you think I'm going to buy one now? I mean, thank God I had family members and neighbors that always had PlayStations, so I played the games there, but I never wanted a PlayStation.
Yeah.
But I remember that morning when I saw the price hike, my exact reaction was, Jesus Christ. I went back on my chair like, what? Am I reading this right? I thought it was I thought they were trolling. I started looking everywhere. Nobody in that moment was saying anything. I'm like, hold on, this has to be a joke. And then I saw Warrior 64's posted. I'm like, oh my god, this is real.
Yeah.
And then my second thought was, what happened to the 30 million consoles they had in their save or the RAM, whatever they had saved as a backup to not increase the price? What happened to that? You're telling me you sold them all? You're fucking bullshitting me. That's not, I don't believe you not for a second that you did that. Really, this is ridiculous and this is undefensible in my opinion. Like I can't defend PlayStation for this. Nobody should. Even Xbox. Xbox is like enough with the price hikes. Like goddamn, do you think what we made out of money? Like I don't care how good you have it. Anybody in the chat, if you have it good like that and you can spend money however you want, who wants to spend more money every time? Nobody does. So it's just ridiculous. I don't know how this will work for them. If this is going to have any impact on them, I don't know, because PlayStation in a lot of countries is the default console because there's no other options outside of PlayStation. It's just Nintendo, and Nintendo is the kids console for a lot of people. But it's like $900 for a Pro. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? And then you got the regular. I don't know, Dave. This is ridiculous.
It's pretty crazy.
You can't defend it. Nobody should defend this, and whoever's defending this should have them bent over and somebody kick them in the butt. Like seriously, this is ridiculous. Like this is undefensible for anybody, for any company.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna say much about it because then you know how Xbox is. It's like they see a rake and they're
tomorrow.
Like they should. Yeah, tomorrow they're looking at the rake. They're like
9 a.m.
I should step on it. They have like a fetish. Like look, it's a rake. I should step on it. For some reason they do that. So I'm afraid of Xbox right now. Like please don't do it, you POS. Please don't do it. So. Yeah, you can't defend this. This is ridiculous, and I fucking RAM apocalypse. I think that's an excuse. I think that's fucking excuse.
I do think it's an excuse. I agree with that 100%. All right, Holly, your thoughts on this? What do you think? Is this just? I mean, was this expected? Are you ready to go buy another PlayStation to add to your collection?
These prices are crazy. And if for any console, I don't care who's making it, these prices are crazy. Especially, it's not even like, well, this is the new hotness and we're not subsidizing anything anymore. Get ready. These are your pre-order prices, blah, blah, blah. Nah, these things are 5 years old, right? 5.5. So, like, I get it. The market's different. And, you know, the world is vastly different since 2020, right? And the things that have come from that. But I mean, it's just unprecedented. And then, you know, in the past, it's been like $40, $50, whatever. This is $150 price increase for the Pro. It's wild. The one thing, though, is I did love, you know, GameStop is really good at kind of jumping in instantly with these very clever marketing things. Okay. Every time something happens in the industry, they're in it. They're on it. They're doing something really cool and unique. And kudos to them. And it did start to actually make me think, because I have the original PS5 launch, and I bought the D brand plates to put on it, which are the low profile black plates without those giant wings on it. Man, that thing is ugly as all get out. But those black plates help. But I was thinking the other day when I saw that, and I saw GameStop said, well, that sucks, basically. And they were like, if you have a PlayStation 5, a base PS5 that you want to trade in for the Pro, before April 2nd, when all these prices go in and become official, you can bring your base PS5 in and we'll give you a new Pro for $400. So
good.
I was thinking about it because I just don't turn on my PS5 that often. I really don't. But I was thinking more so along the future lines, because look at the long tail we've had on the previous gen, this generation, right? And I was kind of thinking about it more as like, well, if I upgraded to the Pro for the $400 now, I would get a smaller console that I could shove in a corner somewhere, because it literally doesn't fit on any shelf in any direction. And then B, like when the PS6 comes out, I'll already be a step ahead of the PS5, right? It'll be, somewhere in between the specs of the 5 and the 6. And I won't necessarily have to upgrade my PlayStation to a 6. I don't want to buy a PlayStation 6. I actually don't, because I've gone mostly PC. And I was like, I don't care how long it takes for PlayStation games to come to PC, because just honestly, maybe half of Sony's first party interest me, just in general, right? Like I wasn't a Spider-Man person. I've never played them. I did play God of War finally this year, the 2018, but it was okay. It wasn't my jam, right? It's all right. It's a good game. I see why people like it. It's just not my thing, like, as much as it is others. But like, I loved Astrobot. That was my game of the year that year. I think it was fantastic. So, they have some that are really interesting to me, but it's a very mixed bag. And this generation, they just haven't had hardly any games to come out. So why do I want to buy a PS6? I was going to just not do it and wait for all those games to come to PC. And now that they're saying that they're not going to go to PC, I'm real mad about it. So,
there's no official word on that, by the way. Just remember.
I know. And I am hanging my hat on the fact that that wasn't official, but I am cautious about that. So the moral of the story is that if I got the PS5 Pro now with the GameStop deal, maybe I wouldn't have to buy a PS6 until those have been out a few years. And maybe those will do a different thing than this generation has, where maybe they will go back down like we've seen in normal generations. But otherwise, nobody should pay these prices for old consoles. Period.
But ask yourself, Holly, like the games that are coming out, right? You have Wolverine, which looks pretty cool.
I do want to play Wolverine. Absolutely.
You have Intergalactic.
I want to play that.
Maybe another God of War, which didn't really entice you.
About.
So, and maybe another Horizon, because that's kind of what they do, right?
Sorrows. Sorry.
Sorrows. But understand, you're saying I want to spend. You're going to put out of your pocket $400 to get a new device when you have one sitting there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. And that's to play maybe a couple of those games.
I know.
Think about the waste of money.
No. I know what you're saying, but what I'm saying is that I would keep it through at least the first 2 or 3 years of the PS6 generation, because why? Right? So you're hoping, fingers crossed, right, that they got their act together and they have another 3 to 5 games coming out in the first 2 to 3 years that I would be interested in. I'm thinking of it more as like a stopgap or a bridge over the 6.
It's a lot of money to spend. No, I mean,
it's a gamble. It's a gamble because those are the only games we really know about, right? Yeah.
But it is an interesting time, right? $900. My God.
Yeah, it's just too much money for any console that's. I mean, and the other thing to think about too is if this is where they're at now with these machines, where's the Steam machine gonna come in at?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of just to keep that in the back of your mind if you're thinking about the Steam machine, right? Like, this is going to inform, or you shouldn't be surprised when you see a dollar value come in much higher than you wanted it to be.
Yeah,
that's my thought.
Yeah, there you go. I agree with that 100%. Every point you made. Tony, that same question to you, except I want to throw another one in there, and that's like, so if it's $900 for their Pro model now, their quote unquote regen refresh, what if this rumored, speculated PlayStation 6? Who D-Batch, we do have a vet that's still going on. You say it's coming out in 27. I say it's not coming out until 2028 at the earliest. So, or if ever, just saying. But anyway, that's we have plenty of evidence for that. So anyway, but Plume, what is your thoughts on that? Both those questions. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, the pricing's insane. It's just, that's the story of this generation, though. Like, the prices have gone up the entire generation. This is the first time this has ever happened. That you're not getting, like, we're 5-6 years into this generation. You would think these consoles would be half price now, or at least like $150 cheaper than when they were at launch. But it's gone the complete opposite way. I'm not shocked by this. I think anybody with logic who's been following the industry could have seen another price hike coming just based off everything that is going on. I don't think it's worth like $900. I don't think any console right now really is worth the price, even on the Xbox side. I don't think it's worth it at all. We're gonna get a new console in a year from now, which that's the other major question is like, what are those gonna start at? Because you had a lot of people going back and forth and talking about it. Oh, the Xbox is gonna come out with like a $1,500 console and all this stuff, and PlayStation is gonna be so much cheaper with the PS6. But are they really gonna be that much cheaper when I don't think they can go lower? I don't think they can go lower than the PS5 Pro. How can you launch PS6 cheaper than 900 unless they lower the price for the PS5 Pro before the next generation, right?
Right.
I don't see.
Or just
I don't
pull
see how.
or pull original production on the PS5 Pro. You know what I mean? Stop sales like the year before.
Which, I mean, so we'll see what they do there. But
if they did that, can you imagine the narrative?
if you just bought one,
or people would be able to just be like, PlayStation's dead. They're not any longer in production. They're dead. Don't waste your money on that platform. Come on, you know what I'm saying? That would, oh my God, the backlash they would get for that. Even if it's just like you said, temporarily getting ready for the market. You know, kind of like what Xbox did with the Costco thing. But I don't see it that way. But go ahead, Tony. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that's just crazy thoughts. Crazy.
Yeah, and for I guess you're asking for 2027 release of PS6. Yeah, it's Xbox seems like it's coming out in 2027 based off of everything we're hearing. GDK's going out in early 2027. It seems like the end of 2027 they will release.
Yep.
I don't know. It's so hard. I don't think so. I think probably 2028 for the PS6, but we've seen rumors go back and forth. And right now, clearly, PlayStation, to me, everything PlayStation's been doing in the last little bit has just been them being kind of like in a defensive stance, trying to protect their margins in their business and cutting costs. And people are throwing out like, oh, they're afraid of the next console for Xbox. They're afraid of Steam Machine. I really don't think it has anything to do with that. I think right now they're looking at their business and they're trying to find ways to improve their overall margins. It's something they've talked about so many times in their financial reports. And this is just another move because of the raising in the memory cost. So yeah, it's the prices are crazy. I would never go out and buy one at this price. And it'd be impossible to recommend it. $900 for the Pro just doesn't make any sense because essentially you're getting AI upscaling with PSR2 and a slightly faster GPU.
Better off buying a refurbished at this point and taking your chances with it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you can find a deal or something.
Exactly. Hargeet, you want to read the FARK QUE's comments, and then if you have any more comments that you want to make about the pricing.
Oh yeah, okay. FARK QUE, the prices are crazy right now. Never thought I'd see the day consoles would be more expensive now than when they came out. Yeah, that's kind of where we are, isn't it? And it's been that way most of the gen. We've been seeing prices go up. All right, this is an interesting place to be. So, look, from an industry perspective, even Nintendo saying they might increase the price when a console that they launched like last year. Before we start, we got Lord Starkiller, 20 WEBDAVE memberships.
Thank you so much, sir. Generosity knows no bounds, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
So, Sony has some interesting stuff going on as a company, right? So they were investing heavily in an electric car, and they've suddenly canceled it. So that's gone. All that money, development gone. Okay, well, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They've kind of waved the white flag when it came to their TVs and said, we just can't do it right. So let's let TCL take that over. Okay, that's kind of an interesting move. They just lost a lawsuit on secondary IP. I don't know if people know about that, but basically they were suing. I want to say it was Cox Communications, but it's one of the like internet providers here in the U.S. and they were saying, hey, you were allowing people to steal our music or whatever, and you should like pay because you're allowing them to be on your platform, your internet platform. And they just lost that. So to the tune of $1 billion or something like that. They have another nice little lawsuit going on with the UK where they have these, the PlayStation Store does not allow other third parties to sell digital codes. You have to go through PlayStation Store to buy, and that's a violation of open market, right? So that's going on in the UK. That's a 3-ish billion, a little less than that, right? Lawsuit that they're dealing with over there. In the interim, as far as their their own studios, they've closed 8-ish this generation. They bought a whole bunch. Almost all of it has done nothing for them. Here they are. I think the most successful of their studio acquisitions is Nixxes during the Jim Ryan era. You could say Insomniac. Insomniac was started under Sean and then kind of finalized under Jim. And Insomniac's been great for them, obviously. But outside of that, I think Nixxes is probably the most successful one they've got. I'm just trying to think of anybody else they bought that actually worked out. We will see. Bungie, we don't know if that'll work out. We will see where that goes. But ultimately, the rest of them are in kind of. I think the only one left is Haven, right? Is there anybody else? Because they've shut down Bluepoint. Who else did they buy that they kept? I think they kind of like shut everything down, right? So, yeah, they're not in great shape there. It's kind of funny. You go back to 2013, 14, 15 Xbox, and it was Halo, Gears, and Forza. Guess what they've become at PlayStation? That's kind of what they are now. They don't really have a lot of depth of other things. They've just basically shut it all down. They're looking to continue profit margin gains, and that has come at the expense of sort of fun of what the whole point of gaming is. Unfortunately, right? And this is yet another move in the same direction. Now, look, it was all expected. We expected they were going to do the same increase that Xbox had done before because Xbox did not have that inventory. PlayStation did. I thought they said that the inventory was good enough through this year. Apparently not. So we're going to get that hit now. To Joey's point, it's funny that it's April 2nd because it could have said April 1st. And it's a joke.
Yeah.
Right. But it's not. Unfortunately, it's not a joke. This is crazy. So take the base at $600. Okay. And that's what Xbox is, by the way. It's also $600 on the base for the Series X. Series S, which is now looking better and better at $400 even. It's still a good entry point. It's the cheapest entry point, including the Switch, into this current generation. And it will be able to play GTA, which will be an interesting thing down the road as to how that plays out, right? Because now your base model is $600 if you want to play GTA 6. On the PlayStation side, $400 on the Xbox side. We'll see how that plays out, and if Team Xbox will take advantage of that, and they should. No idea where that marketing lies, what's going to happen there. That's all up to them. But this is kind of an interesting place for the market. How far can people push it before gaming becomes too much of a luxury? One of the problems you run into here is there used to be a time where prices would come down enough where it was more of an impulse buy, right? If it's like $100, $200, $150, $250-ish, you can say, all right, you know what? There's a bundle with this game I like. Cool, I'm just going to buy that, right? When that bundle is like $700, that's no longer an impulse buy unless you're making a lot of money. You're generally going to say, that's a financial decision. Do I want to spend that kind of money when I have rent to pay, right? And so that becomes less of a potential option for a lot of people, right? So when you want to have mass adoption in the market, that lower price tier becomes very interesting. I don't know where that goes. That's going to be interesting to see going forward. Core gamers are still going to go buy what they want to buy as long as they got the cash to do it, and it's not ridiculously out of bounds. So I think you're still going to get some customers. The question is it's going to be a large adoption or not? We're already seeing with just the Switch 2, it's not ridiculously out of bounds here, but it's $450. It's a 50% increase from the Switch 1.
Yep.
And that's shown a lower interest than the Switch 1, right? And that's coming from Nintendo. What happens when you start doing this and you say, okay, well, the next console, let's say it's not $900. Let's say it's only $800. That's still like double of what you charged when you launched the PlayStation 5, which technically launched at $400 without a disc drive, and then a $500 SKU. Granted, that was like 95% of the consoles you could buy at the time, right? But at $500, but you could absolutely say you launched at $400, right? So what if the next console launches at $800, double the price, $800? Is that going to be enticing enough? I don't know, right? I'm not even looking at Helix, which is probably going to be more expensive than that. But what is this going to do to the mass market as far as adoption? It's an interesting place to be. Maybe it'll work. It's likely not going to. I think they're going to have to find creative ways, and I think they've been doing that, trying to figure out, hey, do they have, because we heard rumors there might be a Series S-like PlayStation, right?
Mhm.
Might have a lower tier, because I'm sure they recognize this. There's no way you can go to the market and say, hey, $800 to get into the PlayStation 6 and not expect people to just stay on their PlayStation 5 because it'll play everything. That's just the way it is. Like, it's going to be a very long time before you say, I can only put this on PS6. It's been a long time now. We're starting to see games into the 6th year where they're starting to say, hey, now we might just do it on the current generation and forego the previous generation. I think that gets even longer with the next one, because it's going to be hard to say that there's no way you can make it run on a PS5. It's going to work. So that PS6 is going to be great for graphics, but is it going to change the game? I don't know. And I think they're going to keep making it for PS5, and there'll be a lot of people still on their PS5 playing for a long time, because that price point of entry is going to be just ridiculous. I don't know where this goes. This is very odd. It's very interesting as far as like an open industry thing of like what is going to happen. This used to be the way that people used to get into gaming, because it was cheap and you put it under your TV and you just go, right? No tech needed, no like, hey, I'm on a PC and I have to figure out things. None of that, right? Pretty straightforward. Plug it into your TV, turn it on, play, and go, have fun, right? That's the intent of it. And it used to be at a good price. That's gone, and I don't know if that's a good enough thing. Like, people balk at $450 on the Switch 2, and it's just a reality. Whether it's good or bad doesn't matter. It is what it is.
Mhm.
$450 on the Switch 2 was balked at, and like, I don't know where that goes, right? So, and now we're definitely looking at higher, right? And one of you said like about the Steam machine, and maybe it's Holly, but where does the Steam machine come in? It's gonna have to be between somewhere in the PlayStation 5 and Pro, right? So I don't see it being less than 600. It's going to be 7 something or more, and that's going to be another thing that people will have to like take as far as a console launching at a pretty high price. There's a reason they keep delaying it, is they don't know how to make it cheaper. That's kind of the problem, right? And Sony can take a hit and say like we'll maybe subsidize some of it when we go to the next generation. That's a possibility. I don't know if they will, but it's a possibility. Will Valve do that? I don't think they have any appetite for that. So it's going to be some fun times. Now Helix, I don't even know what the heck's going to happen with that. At least they can say one thing though. Like, with Helix, you are getting the ability to play PC games, right? So you effectively replace that PC need with a console that can do both. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see when these prices come out, what it's going to look like. I think next year, you're still going to look at some pretty expensive stuff. Maybe in a 2-year time frame, this AI bubble is burst, and we finally can get prices to come down. Maybe things get better. So it is still possible that a PS6 could come in, and it's not $900, $1,000 or higher. It just depends on when all these ridiculous prices go down. We'll also see what this does as far as sales. I'm sure they'll crater. It's not going to be easy for people to be interested, except for one little thing. This fall, if everything lines up, GTA 6 comes out.
Yeah.
That is going to be a point of inflection where people will buy consoles.
Yeah.
And Sony's not stupid in saying, let's just get this price thing out of the way, and we'll just make sure that people are coming here to buy a PlayStation to play GTA 6, and they will. That's what's going to happen, unless Xbox comes in and actually does good marketing and says, "But we got a box for you if you want to play it over here."
Yeah.
It's very likely to work. So. Good enough. We'll see how this goes. The next couple of quarters will be interesting to see. But when that GTA 6 drops, yeah, I think there's going to be people paying out those $600. So
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But I think that's gonna be the thing.
$600 plus whatever GTA is going to
Yeah,
cost.
whatever
And
the
I don't
Yep.
believe for a second that's going to be a $70 game. Not for a second, I believe that.
Well, so far that's what they're saying. It's going to be in line with current prices. So from Take Two, that is right.
Yeah,
Whatever that
current prices are going up anyway. We're seeing it right now. So
Yeah. So it'll be very interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting like market reflection as to, is this market healthy anymore? Are prices just too high for average gamers to be interested? If it's too much to actually get into, the market itself could start tanking. So there needs to be some analysis of that, but we will find out, right? This is what the open market's about, right? We will find out. Is this too much or not? So
I think
we'll see.
I think we already can see that the market shifted and like less people are willing to pay for hardware, and I think next gen is going to be way worse. Like the launch, the amount of console sales at the beginning is, I think, going to be way less than it was this gen and previous gens. And Matt Piscatella actually put something out on. He posted that there was a big. There's already been a pretty big shift here in who's buying hardware. Went from, he says here, the increasing price in video game hardware has correlated to an increase in the percentage of buyers that are from high income households. 53% of video game hardware buyers in Q4 25 came from households with annual income of over 100K. That's up from 40% from Q1 2022, and I think that's just going to get
Worse
higher
and
and
worse.
higher.
Yeah.
So we're already seeing that shift happen. It's just going to get worse.
All right, Lord Starkiller, member for 27 months. Sony monetizing PS players. Pay has no limits.
Oh,
sorry.
go ahead,
Look at the other Mac. $5. FYI, as of April 2, Xbox Series S will be the most affordable way to play GTA 6. Hashtag PAB. Hashtag Xbox.
That is true. Might be a good way to push people to that, because if you think about it, I mean, who's going to spend $600 or $900 to play GTA when maybe it doesn't have to be quote unquote the best place to play, because we know that next year the best place to play will be whatever the new Xbox console is going to be. So if somebody just wants to get in to be able to play GTA, a good gateway in would be a nice $400 console compared to, $200 more to play for a PlayStation. And maybe they include like 6 months of Game Pass or something like that with it, just to help entice people to go with that system. I don't know.
Yeah. So one of the things that could be, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, if Xbox is actually serious about selling consoles again, they should do like a price cut right now. They've already done price cuts for people with Xbox One. They can do it. They're a $1 trillion corporation. There's no problem in that. They should just cut the price and have a huge marketing campaign against the prices of the PS5.
I totally agree. That was what I was going to get into. Was is now is Asha's chance, right? Like, she's come in with all this new energy.
Mm-hmm.
She's just been handed a little, like, here you go. Your competition's stepping on a rake, right? All right. It's a golden opportunity for you to come out and say, this is what I mean about getting back, right? So, like, to your point, Tony, either do a price decrease or, as far as bundles, you could say, when Forza comes out or whatever, right? We're going to have a bundle, Series S. It's going to be bundled at $100 off. Whatever it is, right? They could easily do something there and start enticing people to come in, right? And say GTA will be playable here. You can buy your Xbox now with whatever game they want to bundle with, right? There's so many coming out, like bundle any one of those and say, all right, we're going to give you the box cheaper with the game. This is just something, again, they can be aggressive if they want to. And this is the time for Asha to come in and say, let's play. Let's actually compete against this. They gave me a nice little golden opportunity. Let me take advantage of it. We'll see if they do. The worst thing they could do is price increase themselves. Yeah. Right. So the better opportunity is they take advantage of it and do something like you said, Tony. Let's just, hey, we have a marketing campaign for the next 6 weeks. You don't want to get, you want to trade in your PS4 and you don't want to deal with the prices over there. Hey, why don't you come over and we'll get you a Series S for this much and a Series X for this much. Come on over.
I mean, that would be hilarious if they do that, like, for 1 month. Let's say they just do it for a month because maybe it's unsustainable to do it all the time. But just do it for 1 month, starting from April 2nd, drop the prices, bundle it with a game, maybe with whatever game you have available right now, or bundle it with a whole 3 months of Game Pass, something, and just like rapid sale, get 50% off on both of them, just for an example, 30%, whatever, and see what happens. and see if people like it or not. I don't know, but they should try something. Like they've been doing the same thing all over again. It's not working. Try disrupting something. Try doing something at a loss for once and see what happens. Maybe it will work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You want to read that super chat?
Any thoughts? Oh yeah, I'll get the super chat. Hold on. Dave Easy, $2. No worries. I'll start the PS is dead campaign. Mac, $2. Asha, sweep the leg. Oh, sweep the leg. I think that's what he meant.
Yeah, sweep the leg. Yep.
Sweep the leg. From
Karate Kid. Yep.
So, Holly, your thoughts?
Well, I mean, she's here to be a disruptor, right?
Yep.
She's here to do unique, crazy things. And I think that being new in the position is the time that you can really, do some things and do unique things that probably as you are settled in a little bit longer, you get less flexibility, right? So I don't know that they would do a permanent price decrease. I don't see that coming around, but they should just do some absolutely wild campaigns, short campaigns from here through the launch of the next Xbox. I mean, weird things, kind of like GameStop was doing, right? Like bring in literally anything and we'll give you whatever credit it was, right? Like, and they were like, we don't know what we're going to get. And they were getting really wild stuff, right? Send us your PS5 and we'll send you back, whatever, right? Or, I mean, just like whatever it is, they need to really be outside of the corporate bubble, do some really cool, weird, strange things, have a roving caravan that shows up in cities and does some sort of weird trade-in thing, like bring us your 360 and we'll give you $300 off or something. I don't know, right? But they should do things like that for the time being, depending again, this is depending on what their actual goal is. We don't even know for sure yet, right? What their actual goal is, because she just said, I want to be Xbox. I want to bring back Xbox. But what does that mean? Right? Like, we don't really know what she means by that. Like, people, you can assume a lot into that, but you know what assuming does, right? So once she knows, like, this is my actual goal. The goal is be the biggest software seller, or add 3 million units to more than anything every month to month, blah blah blah, whatever it is. Like, now you have to do things differently. Like, you can't compete with Sony in the same, like, you just can't be the same as Sony, right? Because it's not gonna move the needle. It's not gonna do whatever you need it to be. You need to be your own identity, and whatever that identity is, it needs to be quirky, it needs to be fun, and it needs to be eye-catching, like significantly eye-catching. Not that this is an Xbox campaign, right? Like eye-catching in a very positive way that people remember it and it triggers the thought, kind of like the Verizon guy, or, can you hear me now, right? That kind of thing. You need a viral campaign, and you need to find ways to do that. So that, whatever that is, that's what they need to do. And it probably does include some of these quirky sales tactics
So I'm curious, Joey, and like, since you're in Panama, right? Panama, what do they do as far as marketing there? And what is the market share of like Xbox versus PlayStation? I'm assuming it's still PlayStation heavy.
Xbox is like 0.000001.
Yeah.
You're the one, right?
PlayStation is like 80 to 70%, and the rest is Nintendo and PC. Before, in the 360 days, it was like everything was green, fuck PlayStation and Nintendo. That's it. And then Xbox One happened, and then everything died. It was like everything died. It was like apocalyptic. Everything green just went away. And now it's like, to buy an Xbox down here, you gotta go to these special stores that they bring things from the outside, and then they have to double the price because it's not, then the big retailers, you ask for them and they're like, no, we're not selling that because there's nobody to distribute those consoles down here. Nobody wants them either. And everything is PlayStation. Like, I work next to the Sony building, or it was called like a year ago, the Sony building. Now I changed to something else, but Sony's still there, and I have to drive through that street every day and see two giant screens that has Sony products, and guess who pops up on that thing? PlayStation all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
I have seen the same Miles Morales and PlayStation poster and trailer for the past 2-3 years, and it hasn't stopped. And now, and plus my building is next to the Sony building. In front of it is a huge mall. Now in front of the mall, everything is Mario Galaxy the movie. So it's Nintendo and PlayStation.
Yeah.
And then when you ask for Xbox, everybody just looks at you like, what the fuck are you talking about? Who are you? Who are you? Like, just walking around with an Xbox hat around, people look at you like, what the hell? It's a weird thing. And it's like that. But when it comes to prices, PlayStation is up the roof over here. It's really expensive. It's like, and even though we use American dollar, which is crazy, even though we use American dollar down here, without the price hike, PlayStation was $600, the regular PlayStation. Now with this, I don't even know.
So and again, this is the kind of thing where golden opportunity, right? And Microsoft has been terrible about putting themselves everywhere, and that is a failure of Xbox, right? They should be in your country. They should make sure they're available to you, right? And they're not doing that. They kind of pulled themselves out of the rest of the world. That needs to change. And again, another thing Asha can do.
And it's not only the bubble in Panama. I've traveled to other places because of my work.
Yeah.
And it's basically the exact same thing.
The same thing,
and that's
right?
the thing that I've been preaching for a long time. Is like, Xbox is gonna win and this and that. Like, dude, you have to understand the market share in the planet itself, how Xbox is looked upon. Nobody even thinks about them. And when I say PlayStation is the default console, it's because there's no other option to play a video game unless you're playing on your phone. Because guess what? Cloud not available. I don't have the perks or the cloud services everybody else has on the States. I don't have them. And I have to pay the $30 for Game Pass, which is crazy.
Exactly.
Right? I don't get half the services, but I have to pay the full price, which is ridiculous. So it's like,
I hope they try to fix that, and if we think it's bad here, right, in the US, where we have way higher standard of living, think of how much worse it is everywhere else in the world. And it's a golden opportunity. Again, they can do something about this, but it's up to Xbox to get their act together and go do it. Go execute, make it happen.
They used to
do it. Joey, I've been
that...
around the world. Same thing. I totally see the same thing.
Ridiculous part is like, I've seen them do it though. It's like, I remember the 360 era. I was living here already, and it was like Master Chief on Halo 3 and it was like in a huge next to a building, like everything was green. In the movie theaters, I went to a Gears of War 3 midnight release, and it was in a movie theater. And the first people were playing Gears of War 3 on the movie theater, like with the big screens and everything. Like 360 had a grip on most of the world, and they lost it completely to a point that people actually believe that Xbox is dead. Like a few years ago, or not even like a year ago, my neighbor came to my house and he came here because he was asking for something about his laptop, but it was kind of broke. And he looked at the box, and I was playing Mortal Kombat 1, and he was like, "What is that?" That's an Xbox. He's like, "That still exists?" Like, what the hell? Like, that's an actual thing that people think.
Yeah.
So, Xbox has a tall freaking mountain to climb if they want to change the perception. And I really don't know what they can do outside of pumping more money and marketing. But that's the question, if they want to do that, though. I don't know. I don't know their goals, like Holly said. I don't know what their goals are. They want to bring back Xbox. Yeah, but what Xbox is that? Your Xbox or my Xbox? I don't know what Xbox you're talking about. So it's difficult, and hopefully Asha does something. I'm choosing to believe in her, right? Because at the end of the day, she's just another person on the corporate. I don't know what's her actual plans. I don't know. But I'm choosing to believe in her. So I spoke too much. I'm sorry.
You're good. No.
No, that's good.
It's good. Read that comment.
Yep. After all of Sony's miscalculations, they have no choice but to adopt GTA 6 and make it the sole title for the PS5 in reality. Yeah, there's a lot of that. I mean, GTA 6 is gonna be a big deal, right? Servers left. They need the ad campaign. X gonna give it to you. Yes, do it.
That would be awesome.
I agree with they need a viral campaign. I agree with that.
They
Like,
do. Yes.
they need a remember, like I know it's a PlayStation thing, but the PlayStation 3 commercial with the dude, what was his name? That he was just walking around. And it was great commercials. I think Xbox needs something, a viral campaign. I actually agree with that.
I think it needs to be almost like they need to have a real like traditional style campaign of some sort. But I really think that, like I think Matt Booty said, right, you're competing against the screens, right? Second screenings, right? So your TikTok and all that stuff. Like they need to think of something clever that's not boomer funny to be like to do some sort of like viral dance or some sort of challenge or something, right? That like sets the world on fire, right? And then kind of keep that going and always have something that's kind of replacing that, every 6 months or whatever it is that the.
They also need a catchphrase. They need a catchphrase. I mean, remember the 90s? Sega. We all remember the Sega.
Right.
The kids say it just because of saying it.
Right.
And then you have PlayStation, and with PlayStation, everybody PlayStation. Yeah, PlayStation. Like, Xbox kind of needs like a catchphrase also.
You mean like this?
Make people just say it.
Besides
like
Red Ring of Death.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I remember just kids in the playground just saying it just for the sake of saying it.
But that's because the marketing was good.
Yes,
Like you had to have the catchphrase, but you had to have the marketing to get the catchphrase to catch.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, I think they need to spend that damn money on getting the marketing, no matter what it costs, to get the marketing for GTA 6.
And somebody
But
in
it
the
was-
chat also said it, like, change to green, for the love of God, Xbox. That silver and black or white and black, cut it off. Bring the green back. Like, seriously. Bring the nuclear power green back. It's like you're too dull right now. Like, if you look at every Xbox commercial, it's a dark background. Everybody's like in the shadows, and then you do controllers and play your game. It's like, why, Drew? Why are you hiding it? Like, pop the colors a little bit, man. What? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. But you mean like in Marathon? Just kidding. Anyway, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But no. But yeah, if they, I mean, obviously, they're not going to make it exclusive. That's not going to fucking happen. That's not what I'm saying. But if you're able to put a Series S box out brand new with a big old tag that says, best place to play or most affordable place to play Grand Theft Auto 6, jump in now, or something like that. Maybe even, even with a bundle, costs more money, but include the price of the game, bundle it up with the game digitally. Why not? Those kind of things are what people need to get them, because it's going to get them into the next gen, and then lock them in to that ecosystem, which they're going to love, and give them 3 months, 6 months Game Pass, and let them get hooked on it. Go ahead, Holly.
What'd be really freaking cool is if they did some sort of like scavenger hunts in major cities for a console, and they had the 5 or 10 or whatever, right, in all of these cities, and they had it rolling around the country, and did that on a spontaneous basis, and had people require a TikTok or a YouTube short or an X or something, you know what I mean, like as part of their journey, doing things at the stops on your way to try to find the console to win it, right? Like, or controllers, or, like there would be different things that they could do to give away. And like, then you're putting money into the giveaways, but like the marketing does itself, because the people are creating the videos for you. You're not paying them to do it. Their payment is they get to go find something along the way that they might win, right? Like, that would be a huge, like, easy thing to do. I feel like that would be a good one.
One other thing I think they should do, and I was listening to the Iron Lords, like when they went to Japan, they were always talking about how Nintendo was basically Japan. Like everywhere you went, it was you saw something about Mario or something about Nintendo itself. And I was thinking, like, then do the same thing in America. Like, take a city. Like, okay, which city you want? Well, make that city green. Like, invest in that city. You go to the airport. Where's the first thing you see? In freaking Xbox. You grab the whatever hub of that city, the biggest part of that city, make it green. Like, grab a city itself and make it viral that
Time
city
Square.
represents Xbox.
It would have
Exactly.
to, yeah. It would have
Grab
to be
New
multiple,
York.
yeah.
Make New York green.
Like
Like,
New York City should be one
take
of them.
it back. Of course, grab a big, huge city, a big state that you know people are going to spend on video games, and take over that city. Make it the hub of Xbox.
Yeah, the other one's LA, right?
I'm not saying take over the world because
Or-
it's really kind of hard right now, but
Yeah.
you have to start somewhere. Make yourself
Or-
viral.
Or the Sphere for the whole
Las
day.
Vegas. That'll be
Vegas.
crazy.
Is that Vegas
Oh my
Sphere?
God,
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, and just have like the
I
logo
think they've done that.
rolling around on it and shit. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
So,
But
yeah.
I think, but I don't know. There's a lot of things, but maybe these are all boomer ideas. Maybe the analytics shows us on the contrary that none of this works. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Well,
what
you
I
gotta do
feel is that we
something.
haven't
I
done
mean-
anything to this level, and I feel that it's not working. Like, I'm tired of watching the Champions League, which has an estimate of 750 million people watching in one single game. And the first thing you see on the billboards is because the Champions League is brought to you who? PlayStation 5. And you play FIFA on your Xbox, and on the banners in the games, there's PlayStation 5's logos. on that.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking.
Yep.
So, and then you see the Microsoft ones, and guess what they say? Copilot. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What, like, what are we
Yeah,
doing?
that's the problem. I get that they want to have like cross integration, but there's a time and a place, right? They're trying to shove too much of the things that like a lot of people think is stale or old or too office based. Like, I don't want that in my games, right? Like, I want my games to be fun, and I want my work to be my work, and never the two shall meet,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Talk
we got
about a
couple-
boomer move, right, Holly? Like that's ridiculous.
Hell yeah.
Copilot, really? Copilot.
We got a couple of
Talk about not reaching your audience.
Let's
Yeah.
read these super chats and memberships and a few other things real quick. We'll get off the plate. Go ahead.
Day Raisy $2 push play at day one with Game Pass slogan. Yeah, they do that quite a bit, but I think I kind of like Joey's idea. It really needs to be something catchy. Sega, like it's simple. It's simple.
Play
It's
it day one with Game Pass.
but that's not catchy.
yeah, exactly. It has to be catchy. It has to roll from the tongue. It has to be easy
Yeah.
to say. And here's another tidbit for people who don't know. In Spanish, which a lot of people speak Spanish in this planet, there's not one single native word with the letter X. And it's really hard to pronounce it for certain people. The letter X, it sounds with an E first before the X. So saying Xbox in Spanish sounds horrible. So try to make a catchphrase. Something. Fucking
Yeah.
hire me, Microsoft. Listen to me, motherfuckers.
Tony had to go real quick. Just so everybody know that Tony, he did say
Yeah,
sorry
I was
he had
about
to
to
jump off. He has some stuff with the kids he has to take care of. So thanks again to Tony for being there. And I'll put up his links and everything are in the description below. So make sure you check those out as we continue on our topic. What was there was
Wait, I have one more
Go ahead.
thing to say.
Yes, go ahead.
I really want to say, like, so they're trying to do this Copilot integration into the Xbox game bar, right? And in theory, it's a good idea, right? Like, the idea behind it is cool because you can just be like, hey, how do I do this, right? And it'll just whatever. Huge missed opportunity, though, because why in the fiddlesticks did you not have it called just rename Copilot in this thing Cortana and have her voice? So like that would have gone over huge. Like, you could have had the same like underneath, like, but the skin could have literally been a Cortana that pops up
I
on
would
your
have
screen,
made her
right?
your marketing campaign. You want to push our AI? Push Cortana. Make her a CGI video and make her talk
They
to the
did,
public.
right?
She
Hello,
just pops.
I am Cortana, the new generation of
Yeah.
AI. The future is here. And but of course, don't have her naked because people's like, oh, she's naked. Just have her with clothing and Halo 5, whatever.
But you could have had that as the pop-up instead of the window where it wants you to type in whatever it is you're looking at. Like, it's so obvious. It's like, why didn't you
It's
do
a
that? You
layup.
could still have
Easy
all the
layup.
co-pilot underbelly. You just need a new skin for the gaming
Yeah,
division.
they're lying
So
to us,
silly.
but at least they're lying to us with something cool.
Right.
Like, it's Cortana.
Right. Like, you're not, like, if you want to push AI into the gaming sphere on the gamer side, PlayStation isn't, at least I don't think they're not really doing that yet. I'm sure it's coming, right? But like an assistant or something like that, that's the way you do it. And it's so silly. It's like a huge missed opportunity.
All right. So first, Dave Easy gifts 10 WebDave memberships. Thank you so much, Dave Easy.
Thank you.
And then
Thank you.
Locks in Black. Hearing Nacho Mama Joey talk about Panelist. Okay, I'm glad Xbox still has significant presence in my country, South Africa, and doesn't show any signs of pulling out.
That's great, and I'm so happy.
That's
for
what
you.
she said.
Pause.
Ouch.
Oh, wow.
If you like
yeah,
this
so,
video,
like-
please hit the like button.
All right.
So the Cortana thing, I mean, they did that. Unfortunately, I think that's going to be the problem. Is like they've already tried it, and it did not go.
They
anywhere,
tried it
right?
when AI wasn't a thing. AI is a
Yeah.
thing now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just a voice assistant.
It was just too early.
Yeah, just like anything that Xbox or Microsoft does, right?
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so maybe they could actually change it to like, "How can I help you, Chief?" And like, it actually just listens to you.
Right. Exactly.
It would be
Yeah.
kind of interesting to play on that, but whatever. Opportunity, right? Anyways, have we talked enough about this?
Oh, yeah,
we still have a whole other topic.
Oh yeah, we got one more big topic for wrap things up for the night. I know we have a bunch of them in the queue, but we're gonna slim it down to the most important toward the end here, which is Hargee, if you want to on the screen while you were talking about it, just fast. There's a list of all the games, all the studios that have closed since 2020, all the way to Blue Point.
There's
1, 2, 3, 4.
There's one more.
Okay.
Which was just recently closed. What the heck was the name of it? Does anybody
It was
remember
only
the name?
open a year.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't remember. They also closed a major CGI studio too, at the same time.
Yeah, so 8
On the movie
to 9 studios, and then look at the
Dark Outlaw Games.
Oh, that's what it was. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, the list is Manchester Studio, Japan Studios, Pixel Opus, London Studio, Neon Koi, Firewalk, and then Blue Point, and then they just closed Dark Outlaw Games. So
yeah, and then
been closing a bunch.
in the canceled games of service too. Why don't you read those real quick? That's crazy.
So Factions 2, Last of Us Online, and then Twisted Metal live service potential game that was canceled. Unannounced God of War live service game, that was what Blue Point was working on. Unannounced live service open world new IP from Bend, that's been canceled. But Bend's still around. Hopefully, we'll see if that stays. And then of course the Spider-Man live service game that was canceled as well. You might as well call Concord. It got canceled, sort of. And we have another one that I don't know what's going to happen with Haven and Fair Games.
Fair Games.
We'll see. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah, could get even messier. All right, I did want to bring this up too. As we finish up that topic, I want to play this. Let's see, share this instead. Give me a sec here. From our friends over at Giant Bomb, his reaction to this is kind of priceless. So we'll play that for you real quick, and then get it on the right screen. Oh, there we go. All right, so there we go. Oops. Let me rewind that and turn the volume up. There we go.
Today, and the news is PlayStation 5 Pro is $900 now. If you live in a state with, let's say, 9% sales tax, you're going to be paying around $1,000 all in for a PlayStation 5 Pro. That makes me upset in my tummy. Things are going rough for anyone selling hardware. Even the biggest companies with the best supply chains, like Sony, cannot escape this. So it looks like everything we like Nintendo Switch 2 in a couple of weeks, probably also going to get a price increase. But across the board, PlayStation products, the hardware, all up by at least $100. If you didn't get one up to this point, I think you might still have a couple of days to pick up a PlayStation before these price increases go into effect. But yeah, it's just going to keep getting worse out there, everybody. Look out for yourselves.
There you go. to Jeff. So that's I don't know. I just I like his takes a lot of things, and he did point that we think about not only was you paying for the console, but you're paying for the tax depending on what market you're in, as to how much the tax is on that, as well as if you want the accessories, the disc drive, the platform holder thingy stand thing that's ridiculously waste of money. But I mean, it comes with a paperclip, right? Anyway,
And the disc drive. And the disc drive.
It's 80 disc drive plus the tax on those as well. Crazy.
How much is your tax? Mine's at 7%. 7% taxes.
6% here in Kentucky.
10.
Oddly enough, in Texas, it's only 5%.
There you go. There you go. Down to me. I'm just kidding. So yeah. All right. So
I'll just do some honorable mentions here, Dave, about like things that are there. So Xbox came in 5th in the Metacritic ranking. Sony was 21st. I want to say Nintendo was 12th.
Oh.
Is that right?
I think so.
I think the Nintendo was 12th. Just as an FYI, we don't really have to talk too much about that. Also, Microsoft or Xbox has put out their 25th anniversary apparel. The site, though, I don't know if it's available yet because I think they're doing some updates to the site or something. So, but if it's available, you can now get the apparel for the 25th anniversary. I don't know how good or bad it is. And then, is there any other ones that we need to talk about? Just looking through the list here. I think that's good, right? The rest of it we've kind of talked about already. Yeah. So outside of the big one, right? We can just get into that. Is there anything else that you wanted to bring up? No, let's just get into the big one. We're running out of time. I don't want to keep people longer than we have to. We appreciate their time greatly, so I don't want to I don't want to waste their time, as it were. But God, it's been such a great panel and great show and a great audience too. Over 300 people still watching us live here on X and YouTube. Thank you all so much for being here and hanging out with us. Or if you're watching later on the replay, don't forget that in the description you can also click on the links for all of these people that have been on the podcast, as well. The people that are their YouTube channels, their X links, whatever we have available, they're there for you. So go follow, subscribe, and enjoy their great content as well. So let's play this. Hargee, this is the little wrap up video, and then we'll break down what was all shown at the showcase, which was really nice, as it were. So here we go. Gonna do it to me again. Oh my God. You know what? I got a better version. We're gonna play this instead. We're gonna come over here.
Is that the robot detective game?
No, this is an alien fighting one.
All right. Let me you know what? This will be funny to play. Anyway.
I gotta see that show. I gotta see the end of the show again, the party preview again. I only saw it once. I gotta see it again.
All right, let me pull that off there and get rid of that and go back to this. And all right, so solo sidetrack real quick because I already had it in queue. This is the I think did I have the wrong thing? I did. That's the wrong fucking thing. You know what? Let's do this. There we go. Good luck. Oh yeah, partner preview.
Maybe just pause it there so we can see all the like games, right?
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you
The
full
article as
screen
well.
that?
Do what now?
Sorry,
Full
can you make within
How
the
about that?
yeah, there we
All
go.
right.
Thank you.
All right, let me. I'm gonna pull the chat off the screen too, for that way everybody can see that a little better. Hargeet, want to go around the horn real quick, and then we'll get everybody's impressions of or anything. All right, let's rephrase it because we don't want to go through each and every one of them. But like, what are like 2 or 3 of these that are like absolutely, oh my gosh, I can't wait for this for you?
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to Stranger Than Heaven. It's the Yakuza team, right, making a Yakuza like in different timeline type thing. I think that's what they're supposedly saying, right? And that's coming to Game Pass. Yes, that'll be great. I'm not sure yet, but like Musa looks like it could be interesting. But we'll see what that ends up being. Trying to think of the other ones that stood out. Hunter the Reckoning, that could be good.
Oh yeah,
But we'll have to see like what more about it. So again, that could be interesting. The Expanse, that also could be somewhat interesting, right? So I think those ones that kind of stood out. The Hades 2 coming into Game Pass is kind of cool.
That's great. That's fantastic.
Dispatch finally coming over.
Yeah.
That's great.
Thank God, I was about to pirate them. POSs.
I got it downloaded. Waiting for the release.
Yeah, the last one, Artificial Detective. I kind of it looked okay, I guess. And the thing with that one was like, why did you end with that? I don't know, but maybe it hit different for others. But for me, it just didn't. I don't know. It didn't hit as well. I don't know. I would have preferred something else end it. But then again, this is what they had, so they did what they could with it. The other ones are good and bad here and there. There's interesting stuff going on, but it didn't really push me as to being very excited. But it just depends on what kind of games you like. There's a lot of different varieties, right? But that's the way it is. So. Yeah, overall, I'd give this maybe like a 7.5 to 8. I'd lean towards an 8. There's a lot of good stuff in here. I should be fair about that. It is pretty good, but it didn't have that like knockout punch that would have made it a 9 for me. But it's a good showcase. I think it was a decent showcase. So
there you go. Holly, let's get your take on this. What are your thoughts on this? What stood out to you? What are you looking forward to the most? Was there any surprises on here?
Yeah, so I don't know that there were any surprises. I would say maybe that Artificial Detective or whatever it's called is a little bit of a surprise because I don't think I'd really heard about that before. And it seems to have caught some attention. It didn't, go like wildfire, but I did see, several people kind of, interested about that. For me personally, The Expanse is it's on my radar, but it's been on my radar, right? So this wasn't anything that was like blowing me away because I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to play it. I'm one of those people, I'm like, yeah, I know I'm going to play it. So I don't really want to see it anymore because I'd rather just see the game when it comes. I don't want to know too much before. And that's not coming till next spring. So why we're seeing it now, I don't really know. Maybe it's just to kind of stay out of the cost of doing business in the June time, and then saving the rest of their marketing budget maybe for the end of the year. But there's that. Stranger Than Heaven, I am very interested in. I am excited to play that game. It was good to see it again. And then I played Dispatch on stream. If you're interested in watching Dispatch, you can go watch my streams of it. It is so good. It's such a good game, and there's a rumor that they're writing season 2 for that. Nice. So very much looking forward to that. It's just it's just they took Telltale and ripped it off and then made their own story, right? The gameplay of Telltale, right? And then just put it in. It's fantastic. Alien Deathstorm looked good to me. I really like shooters. And then the one that you guys haven't talked about is The Eternal Life of Goldman. Looked friggin' fantastic. I was so excited for that game. I remember seeing it, I think for the first time maybe in the summer last year and going,
I did the same, yeah.
Oh. and I forgot about it. And then I saw it here, and I was like, "Oh, it's that game!" It's so the old man. It's so exciting. Like I am all over that game. So overall, I think they did a pretty good job because there were games for most every crowd. I wouldn't say it covers everyone, but that's not necessarily what these shows are for. They did a good job.
Right. I agree with that for sure. It wasn't necessarily everybody, but yeah, it definitely was some good stuff there for sure. Let's see, Joey, your thoughts?
Well, I gotta give them props because they finally nailed what it the format of these shows. Like it's straight to the point. The graphics looks good. Like how they present these games, I like it. It's no longer somebody talking on the screen and all that stuff. It's not like Inside Xbox. Remember those days? That was just terrible. I like these formats. It had Aaron, I forgot his last name. Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad doing the narrative. People were like, "Oh, that's AI. Why would you use AI?" And then somebody like, "No, that's Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad. What are you talking about?" So I love the format. So I'll give him points for that. I'm happy that finally Dispatch and Ares 2 is coming. Those are two games that I've kind of been waiting, and I was a little bit upset when Dispatch wasn't on Xbox. I'm like, you POSs, you're not going to bring it to the box. And I was basically like bullying the studio, like, when you're bringing the Xbox, why do you have Xbox? And then they finally bought it, so that makes me happy. I can get the achievements that I want. And but the game that stood out for the show for me was the Eternal Life of a Goldman. Like that's the game I've been watching for a while. Also, I remember seeing that like last year, and I had my eye on it. I had it marked on my Twitter, like, because I always had it there, and then once in a while, because I've been following the studio and everything, I've seen posts from the studio, and then we have it here, and there's a demo for it, and I downloaded it yesterday. I'm going to play it right after the show. I'm going to start playing the demo and see how it is. The vampire game, where is it? I think it's Hunter something. That looks interesting to me, even though it's just a CGI trailer. The idea I kind of like
Hunter the Reckoning. I think that's the one.
Yeah, Hunter the Reckoning. Yeah, I think the idea was kind of interesting. The last one, which is like Robot Detective something, I think is the name, because well, anyway, I think the idea also is interesting. I got to give a special shout out to Bluey for my friend Dirt. That's Dirt's favorite game.
He's so excited.
Yeah, he's so excited.
It's his grandson's favorite game.
I know. It's just a terrible joke that everybody thinks that Dirt is playing
robot.
Bluey.
Yeah. The robot detective. I think you mean artificial detective, right? The last one they showed.
Yeah, artificial detective. Yes.
It
Super
didn't
Meat Boy.
sell me, but it's interesting.
Yeah,
Like,
it's interesting. The ideas are interesting. I'm not saying these games are going to be great. Like the same thing with the Hunter one, with the vampire thing. I think the idea is like, all right, this is an interesting idea. I see it. Super Meat Boy. I love the original Meat Boy when it came to 360.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be hard, but I love it. And yeah, man, I give the show kind of an 8 also. Like, I'm more excited now in my age of indie and original ideas more than AAA, like realistic graphics and cinematics. Like, yeah, that's cool and all, but sometimes I'm looking for something like new, and sometimes I'm looking for a video game, not a movie, a video game. Like, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to see a cutscene. Just shut up, let me play. And then they're talking, and they're giving me these long ass tutorials. I'm like, let me play. And sometimes that's what I'm looking for now with a lot of games. It's like, just let me play. Like, don't even explain anything. Let me figure it out. I come from the days that you just give me a controller, you just blow on the cartridge, put that shit in, and figure it out. I'm looking forward to those days. Like, just shut up and let me play. So
yeah,
I give it an 8. I like the show.
There you go. There you go. And of course, we all know that Dirt's favorite game is The Last of Us. He thinks it's epic. But I'm just kidding, Dirt.
If you like this video, please hit the like button.
Anyway, just playing Dirt. He did say that. Anyway, so all right. So your score is an 8 out of 10. Holly, what would you give it? What would you rank it?
7.5 probably.
There you go.
It's good. It was good.
And Hargeet, what was your rank again?
I'd give it like an 8. It didn't get to that 9 for me. If it had something like killer, like the reason the Dev Direct was Fable. My God, did they just like come out and it was so good. Like, that's it. That makes it a 9 for me, right? I want that, like, that kind of thing. I didn't see that here. So, but 8, it's good. It's definitely got a lot of good stuff here. I'm interested in quite a few of the games, so it works. So 8 for me.
Yeah, there you
What
go.
about
There
you,
go.
Web Dave? What did you think?
To me, it was a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was some good stuff. And yes, it did have a few logos that were PlayStation inspired. Blah blah blah. Whatever.
Oh God, they had to stop that shit, please.
But you don't get anything like this from PlayStation because they don't have anything first party coming to them, and their partners program is like next to none now because a lot of partners don't want to work with them anymore because they've had bad experiences in the past. Square Enix, but it's just it is what it is. They're going to be things will still come out for their system. It's fine. It's going to be around for a little while longer. I mean, for a while long. PlayStation will be here forever. I mean, yes, of course. Just kidding. Unlike the guy in the chat, Holly, you asked him comment. Are you just talking into the ether? And he was like, yeah, it's something about our IQ. And I'm like, well, how about your IQ?
He was going for a long time. He was really upset. So I didn't know he was. I didn't see anybody responding, and I was like,
yeah. Well, my mods in the chat, including you, FARK QUE, anytime you see somebody stupid like that, you're more than welcome to boot him. Put him in timeout for a little bit. I'm fine with that. I put him in timeout for 24 hours, so he can go suck a dick. But sorry, but it is what it is. Yeah, some people are just born stupid, and then some people buy dumb consoles. But you can't live by that, man. We all have all consoles. We all play it, man, except for Joey. Joey's diehard. He bleeds green. Thank God for that. We need that green blood going on right now. So all right, so let me switch pages over here real quick, just to give the quick run. We're not going to play all these videos, but man, like you said, there was a lot of great stuff on here.
One thing I'm also giving points is that the majority, if not all, are Play Anywhere, and some of them are on Game Pass, and that's something that people have been saying, like, oh, Xbox is pulling back on Game Pass, and every time I look at it, there's more games going to Game Pass, more games going to Play Anywhere. And whoever has handhelds or other devices that play Xbox games, this is fantastic. Like, I wish I could buy my ROG Ally, but it's freaking expensive to buy that thing right here. And it's like, but I'm looking for games to play on Play Anywhere now, because eventually I'm gonna get that sucker and I'm gonna have those games. So
I think just about every one of those games were Play Anywhere, and then half of them were on Game Pass.
No, I think it was 19
Hades
games total,
itself,
all Play Anywhere.
Oh, there you go.
Hades itself on Play Anywhere will be fantastic to play that game.
It's huge.
Yeah.
So
Hades 1 was in Game Pass.
Yeah.
So it's nice that they were able to keep it's nice they were able to keep that relationship.
Yeah. Holly, you were talking about this game. Let's see. Hopefully we'll play without any stutters.
Yes. I love that one.
But yeah, let's see.
It reminds me of DuckTales, a hardcore DuckTales.
It looks hard AF.
The archipelago had quite a range of ideas about who ultimately would come to save them. But even their gloomiest pessimists could never have imagined they'd be pinning all their hopes on a ridiculous old man. Undoubtedly, he was a spry old fellow for someone so clearly beyond his expiration date. But still, what could anyone honestly expect from a walking fossil? Maybe he'd pester everyone with endless questions, or trace his finger across his maps, which are no less ancient than he. But you'd have to be downright bats to think he'd actually defeat anyone with that funny little cane.
The art style is so good too, bro.
The art is like the best part. It is.
Of course, one can blindly hope that certain creatures might rather choose to withdraw, if only out of immense respect for the age-old wisdom of the venerable reanimated museum exhibit. But most won't be surrendering without a fight.
Look at
it. Looks so
On the other
hard.
hand, isn't that how every ancient geezer recounts the story of his life? Dramatic, fantastic, as if every trivial excursion were transformed into a series of trials, and every new day brought inevitable pain. And were this life eternal, there would be no end to the suffering. It's true what they say. Some people get so old, they simply forget to die.
That's so awkward.
And no PlayStation or any other logo, just saying. But anyway.
God.
You know, it's funny because there's this one and then there's that one with the old lady with the like big monster that was just at that other show. It looked really good too.
The one that had the feet, the chicken feet
with the chicken. Yeah, it's got a really weird name like that. Like you walked funny with the chicken or something.
Yes.
Yeah, that one too. Yeah, that one looks really good too.
I like experiences like these because it's like, who thought about these ideas and like, let's put it in a video game. Why not? Like, I'm tired of video games trying to teach me a lesson. Like, oh, I'm gonna make you a better father. Fuck you. Like, just stop it. If you want to deal with my kids, have at it. But no, I just want to play video games.
There you go.
And that's my thing. And this is fantastic to me, bro.
Well, they have sad dad simulators for that, right? Anyway. Sorry. All right then. He's not playing. Oh goodness. Sorry, we'll go finish through the list. Yeah, The Expanse. I'm excited for that one. Forever Ago. That looks actually interesting.
That looks sad. It's
Yeah,
an Annapurna game.
Yeah.
Frog Squad looks like it'll be fun with your friends.
Little family game, yeah.
This actually looks pretty cool. If you're,
this one actually looked good to me too. It's like, man,
you kind of
every time I looked at it, I was looking at the trailer. I was like, man, I need a Rogue Life. God damn it!
Oh, my daughter's a big fan of like Stardew Valley, so she's like, "Ooh, this has kind of got her interest up," and she's kind of, dark like her father likes.
Stardew Valley is not Play Anywhere.
There you go. But as far as the the whole premise that you're building, you're farming, or all that kind of stuff, and then look, there's a grave site, and then some of the people in the town that you meet, all of a sudden they're going to be in the bad guy, and some of it's randomized. It's crazy, but it looks like it'll be fun. And Hades 2, that's great. It's coming to Game Pass. This actually looks really good, and supposedly the Hunter of the Reckoning, Death Wish is like, it kind of totally starts on its own new lore. Basically, the name is the same, but the actual, like the lore of the old game really doesn't play into this at all. So that should be interesting. Whole new take on it. So Musha looks pretty good too. As the Serious Sam one's probably the only one that didn't really catch my interest.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, cool. It's another
2 Fortnite.
Exactly. There you go. I already played this, like Dirt said, after like 200 hours, it's like, I don't really want to play more of this. I mean, it was a great game, but oh my God, no, enough's enough. Let it end. I don't know, but yeah,
it's not a DLC, it's an expansion. So that's another like 80 hours. Jesus.
It's true. Yeah, and this is coming very soon to Game Pass. It's exciting about that. Like I said, Super Meat Boy, that's looking good. This actually looks pretty good too.
Like the Yakuza game.
Yeah, exactly. And like I think Holly said this too. I'm really excited for this. I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think the Yakuza game was my favorite announcement, but
oh yeah, I agree.
Oh, the Stranger Than Heaven.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree. That actually looks really good.
Thunderstalker.
Let's see. Where was it?
It was Thunderstalker. You kind of just.
I went right past it. I'm good at that. Sure. Understalker. There we go. Oh yeah, there we go. Yes. Yep. Yeah, that actually looks really good too. Really good. Like you said, if you like Yakuza and stuff, cool. I mean, it almost, and one of the years it's set in is my birth year, 1965. That's old, folks. I'm old.
Wait, hold on. You were born in 65.
I was born in 1965. That is correct.
You have the same age as my mother.
Well, there you go.
You can be my dad, Dave, Daddy. You can be my father.
Well, there's another reason we have you on the podcast tonight, and it's an intervention, and everything in your life is false. And welcome home, son. Just kidding. Wow. Just kidding. He's like, I'm gonna kill myself. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm gonna turn emo. I'm gonna start brushing my hair.
No. We're not gonna do anything encouraging. Your mother's a wonderful woman. I'm sure. I've never met her.
Oh, my mom is great.
She is great. What's up with you? So all right. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. Hargeet, what do you ready to wrap this puppy up? It's we've been here for.
I think we've covered all the topics. I don't know if there's anything else people want to bring up. We can certainly go into it, but otherwise, we're good.
Yeah, I mean, and we talked about the Game Pass thing. All right. Well, last little thing. I did want to show this. I don't know if it'll play or not. Let's hope it plays. Just because Holly, we were talking about it earlier. The burnt peanut. Big fan of the burnt peanut, and I think you are too.
Yeah, I like him. He was playing Halo a few days ago.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, he was.
I was gonna play. He had a little his intro thing, which I thought was pretty cool. I want to get full screen.
Oh, there it is.
I hope it plays.
He has
But
the best graphics. Like,
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Volume up. Yes, here we go. So let's play it. Let's pray it plays.
The hat looks so stupid on that little peanut.
I love it. Yeah, 6 hours stream of that was fantastic.
I love the burnt peanut so much.
You get a chance to watch it. I highly recommend it. He's a crazy man. And of course the topic we're talking about was the price hike, which I thought was actually a pretty good. That there's a couple of different call outs on this from Abstract Concept. There was two of them here I want to pull up, but keep the same energy. So Hargeet, read the description he had about the last price hike here for Xbox, and then the price hike that just happened for PlayStation, and the energy seems a little different, even though this is their third price hike.
So for the Xbox One, it was $599 US for the 5-year-old Xbox Series X. Tariffs or not, it's pure insanity. Microsoft is a $1 trillion company in the razor blade business. Okay, they'll get zero sympathy from anyone. More bad news at the link. And then for the PS5, it's I'm feeling good about that PS5 Pro upgrade a year ago when it was $700, as it's now $900 US. Not that I really feel good about both PS5s and Xbox Series getting ridiculously more expensive 5+ years into the generation. Yeah, well, all right.
I think you're muted, Dave.
You're still
Yeah, you
muted,
are.
but
Sorry, what do you guys think? You seem to be not the same energy, does it?
One, he was angry. The other one, he was like, I guess. So I don't.
There you go. All right, let's take a look at this other one. And this is another one that that Abstract Concept brought up from Pio. This one's kind of good too.
okay. I feel sorry for Xbox fans, man. Xbox console prices went up twice this year. Xbox Game Pass just increased 50%. They tried to raise the prices of their games to $80. They went fully third party and don't care about exclusives. Xbox sales are extremely down. What happened? I really miss the old days, man. Today, gaming is getting expensive. Rent and houses are out of control. Food has gone up insane. Restaurants too. Gas prices are crazy. When is enough really enough? This will have so much bad long-term damage to the world, in my opinion. Yeah. No.
But what do you leave out of that one? What did you forget to mention in the second one?
PlayStation's price increase.
Yeah, there was that. There was that berating and beating the shit out of Xbox, but PlayStation. Oh, it's part of the world economy. It's what. Fuck that shit.
Oh man, it's crazy that on the first post, he's 880,000 people look at that post. Jeez.
Yeah, that is.
I wonder how many people are like, yeah, that's true. I wonder how many people actually believe that.
Yeah, that is probably the saddest part. But anyway, All right. Well, guys, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Oh, I still have 250 people watching us live. Thank you all so much for joining us. Going to send everybody over to Vera Dark. If you want to stick around in the chat, big thank you to FARK QUE in the chat, being the moderator. Is doing a really good job today. A lot of people in there that are moderators. We appreciate each and every one of you. But Holly, just so you know, after I found that person out, FARK QUE went back and blocked him. But good old FARK QUE. FARK QUE. Anyway, all right. So going around the horn, Joey, please tell everybody where they can reach out to you, where they can find you, and when are you going to be on again with Louis? When's out next time?
I got kicked out of Louis. No, I'm joking.
Oh.
No. My schedule's been changing way too much.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of people working on vacation, so I have to cover their schedules. So I've been for the past 3 weeks working 6 a.m. to 2:30. So it's like I'm not going to be able to do Louis for a while. You can't. You could find me on Louis, but not this week. And after work, then you can find me on WBG podcast. But I always say the same thing: don't subscribe to me. Don't look for me. I'd rather you guys subscribe to Dave, to Hargeet, to the Blue Number, to their channels, because they actually have channels, not like me. I've been holding my channel for like 15 years.
Joey, just so you know, in the description under YouTube is your link to the Weebly Green. So they should definitely.
That's nice, but I'd rather people hit the like button, subscribe to Dave and Blue Number and Hargeet. Well, Hargeet doesn't have a social media presence, but that's a good thing. Hargeet, thank God bless you for that.
Yes, Discord.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't mess with Discord, to be honest. So
all right.
I think I have enough social media things since I don't want to mess up anything.
What do you mean? I don't understand. Anyway, so Joey, again, thank you so much for being here, man. We love having you on, and I mean that, dude. You bring a great perspective, and hope to have you on again soon. Holly, that blue number, have mercy, girl. You are blowing up all over the place, doing great jobs on all the stuff that you do, and your own personal content is doing really well. I guess you've been on so many shows here recently. I was on with Colt, and you were on with just a bunch of different shows you've been on, and it was great. So please tell us where to reach out to you, where to find you, and what do you got coming up next? I think you just need to maybe make a new video.
Oh man, I need to make a new video. I just I'm finding myself my genre, but I do stream in the meantime just for fun on my channel. If you're ever interested in hanging out and chat with the live stream for games. So if that interests you, then you can follow me on YouTube. I also on X under @ThatBlueNumber, kind of everywhere where I can be found. That's what my gamer tag and everything is. So thank you guys for having me on, and really appreciate you, chat. Even the guy that was banned.
Even the guy that was banned. Yeah, well, when you're on your mouth, but and FARK, you also put those in the chat too, where you can click right on them. The link
Blue
to
Number
your
channel
for Joey's Kraken channel, and also numbers.
I'm going to delete that channel.
No, you're not. No, you're not. One of these days you're gonna get back on it. One of these days, Kraken isn't dead. He's just resting and dormant. That's it. That's what we call it. Yeah. But Holly, again, thank you so much for being here. Always love having you on. Like I said, you're a great member of the community. And have you decided yet whether you're going to the showcase in June? Are you going to try and make that?
I have not decided anything because I don't know of anything yet. So
okay. Well, if you find out something, let us know, because we'd love to hang out and meet you there. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I know. Me and Hargeet are going to be there for sure, along with a whole bunch of other people. So it's going to be a good year with the 25th anniversary. And I think you're going to have some good celebrations. I think you don't want to miss. This is probably the year to go, so you need to go. Anyway, please, Hargeet, tell everybody where they can reach out to you, where they can find you, and all the amazing podcasts that you're on. This man is busy, hardest working man in podcasting today.
Yeah, so you hopefully Fonz and I'll be on 7 p.m. US Eastern Time on Tuesday, and Boom on Wednesday. I think he skipped primetime gaming last week, so we'll be on hopefully again 7 p.m. on Wednesday, and then C-Money Doodle, barring any other thing. C-Money's been in a lot of different work-related things, so it's been kind of spotty or different times. Last Friday, I think we did that at like 10:30 or 11 o'clock. Anyway, so hopefully 8 o'clock ish on Friday. So check that out, and we'll be back on Sunday to talk about what's going on. So we'll see what happens. The new prices will take effect.
They will.
Oh, yeah.
They will. Coming up. Yeah, and definitely, I've definitely seen a lot of posts for people that are gone out and bought them just with the intention of scalping them because it's the American way. Yeah, I just don't see you making all that money back there, buddy. Just saying. You go ahead and buy that system. Hopefully, you got your receipt and you're able to return them before their return policy negates. I've heard some people that tried to do that when they originally came out, and then they couldn't return them. They were stuck with them and had to take a loss. Ooh, that is hurt. That is hurt. But yeah. So last thing I want to pull up is where you can get our new shirts that we've got. Holly, you might like these. We actually we have our Arc Raider design that is up now. So yeah, there we go.
Nice.
So yeah. So there's several different ones.
Very nice.
Yeah. It's Hargeet, Keysante, and myself hanging out there with that one. And then, of course, that particular one has like the different things on the back, and we have different ones for each of us. Let's see here. Pull up was me, and then there's Hargeet's with on the back, and then there's Keysante's, and I have to click through on K's because the way it's set up. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. And different prices, different colors. You can get them in as well too. So there you go. Just to let everybody know that is the links in the description for that. Super good. I got my shirt. I mean, I designed it and had it to me in 2 days. So that's how fast the turnaround is for that particular site. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But guys, thanks again for joining us. Next week, we've got some guests already lined up already, but I don't want to give away just yet. Should be good. Could be a good show. Just saying. But guys, thank you all for joining us here on the channel. We do appreciate it. If you don't mind, hit the subscribe button. That means a lot. We're on the way to 4K, and we're pretty close. We're less than 500 away from getting the 4K. So we'd love to hit that. If you get a chance to do it, we greatly would appreciate that. And thank you all so much for joining us here on the Gamers Council.
Game over.
Let's ride! You boys ready for a great day?